Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown.
Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
Well, we'd say happy Monday to everybody, but it's not so happy for the people of Chicago. The story goes like this. The two cousins had planned to settle in for a night of playing video games. But first, the boys, aged 15 and 17, wanted to just walk to the nearby gas station to grab something to eat. Janice Hines, the mother of the 15-year-old, with an eye roll and a smile said, probably just a bunch of junk food. It all felt like a normal Friday night until Janice Hines received a call as she left for work. Her son and nephew, two close friends, had been shot. The boys were standing on the sidewalk in the 1300 block of South Independence Boulevard in the West Side's Lawndale neighborhood of Chicago when they heard gunfire, according to the Popo. They were about a block from the gas station at Roosevelt Road in Independence. The 15-year-old was grazed in the head and the 17-year-old was shot in the gut. They took themselves to Mount Sinai Hospital, where they were both in good condition. Janice Hines says Chicago is a scary place to be. Even I'm scared to walk to the corner store. The boys were among 20 people shot Friday and early Saturday, two of them fatally. 3 other juveniles were wounded in attacks in the city, including a 12-year-old girl. The shootings come as the department adds 600 cops to patrol the streets this weekend in the districts most affected by gun violence, following the city's most violent weekend in more than 2 years. At least 74 people were shot last weekend between 3 o'clock Friday, that would be when we went on air, no, that would be an hour before we went on air, at Central Time, and 6 o'clock this morning. 12 of them fatally shot. One homicide happened around 10 o'clock Friday morning when an 18-year-old man was found in an alley with a gunshot wound to his head. You don't get that make a difference. You don't know what side. The man, identified as Dylan Zavala, the 16-year-old blah, 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 was taken to Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai must have been pretty damn busy, where he was pronounced dead on arrival at 8:50 in the morning, according to the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office. An autopsy Saturday determined or revealed that Zavala died of multiple gunshot wounds, and the cops said his death was ruled a homicide. At about 4:45 Friday, a 15-year-old boy and a 28-year-old woman were shot in a domestic-related attack in the South Side, South Shore neighborhood, again on Kingston Avenue. The boy suffered a wound to the face, and friends took him to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where his condition was stabilized. The woman, Montera K. Harden, was shot in the back and was pronounced dead at 7:06 p.m. in the same hospital, according to the ME. The Saturday autopsy determined that she died of multiple gunshot wounds. Her death was ruled a homicide. In other shootings, just to give you an indication of that I want you to hear these. And I want you to hear these not because they're gruesome, not because it's Chicago, but I want you to hear what is not in any of these stories. By the way, according to the Chicago Tribune, where I've got this story, no arrests, 0 arrests, 74 people, 12 dead, 0 arrests. In other shootings, according to the Chicago Tribune, 2:20 in the morning Saturday, a 16-year-old boy and a 31-year-old man were on the sidewalk when they heard gunshots and realized they'd been shot. They were stabilized at Loretta Hospital, the boy with a wound to the leg and a man with a wound to the back. The male was shot in the buttocks and the groin by 2 males around 1:55 in the morning when he was standing outside on West Crenshaw Street in the Lawndale neighborhood on the west side. He walked into St. Anthony's and was listed in fair condition. A 21-year-old man was shot in the gut around 11:15 Friday by someone in a black SUV while he was just standing on the sidewalk in the 2000 block of South Kaminsky Avenue. Around 10:20 p.m., two men, 29 and 33 years old, were shot by someone in a black sedan while they were standing on the sidewalk in the 100 block of East 123rd Street. The older man was stabilized. The younger man was stabilized. About 7:10 p.m., a 37-year-old man was shot in the leg. He was taken to St. Bernard Hospital and healthcare, where his condition stabilized. 6:15 p.m., a 20-year-old man was shot multiple times by a gunman riding a bike. Guess he couldn't afford an SUV, so he has to do his drive-by shooting on a bike. About 5:05 in the afternoon, a 41-year-old man was inside an abandoned building when he began arguing with somebody that he knew. The person he was arguing with drew a gun, shot him in the right leg. Taken to the hospital, stabilized. 5 minutes earlier, the 17-year-old boy was shot as he was standing in the 2300 block of North Major Avenue. Suffered a wound to the abdomen, taken to Illinois Masonic Medical Center, stabilized according to the Popo. About 3:20, a 28-year-old man was shot in the South Side's Washington Park neighborhood. A dark-colored car pulled up and someone fired, hitting the man in the left leg and the foot. He was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center. He was stabilized. About 11:45 in the morning, a 25-year-old man was shot in the left calf in the 8300 block of South Ada Street on the South Side again. His condition has been stabilized. Shortly before 9:15 in the morning in the Grimshaw neighborhood on the South Side, three people were sitting on a porch when shots were fired from a passing vehicle, according to the Popo. A 12-year-old girl was shot in the left foot. She was taken to Comer Children's Hospital. A 24-year-old man suffered a wound to the left thigh. He was taken to Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oaklawn, and a 25-year-old man was shot in the left foot. He was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center. The conditions of the victims from the Parnell attack have been stabilized. And as I said, once again, no arrests have been made. Oh, and I got a boatload. Of taxpayer relief shots. What's the common denominator? What are the common denominators? Now, no arrests have been made, so, I may be totally off base here, but I'm going to go out on a limb. No, it has nothing to do with the thugs or their race. They're all thugs. I don't care what color they are. It doesn't make any difference to me what color they are. A thug is a thug is a thug. Do you think any single one of these incidents was committed by a lawful, legal gun owner, a concealed carry permit holder? Do you think any, or do you think all of the guns used were stolen? Illegal weapons? How many of the shooters do you think were felons? And I don't care whether their felonies were rape, murder, assault with a deadly weapon, DUIs, distribution of meth, crack, coke, whatever. But felons. Because as I understand it, felons can't get a gun. And yet we're told that what we need universal background checks and common sense gun control legislation. You know what we really need? We need a society that has some sort of moral code. And the problem I had putting today's show together was frustrating because I've got too many stories that show that American society is a piece of crap. Oh, there's a lot to be proud of. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot that I'm happy about. There's a lot that I'm proud about. But a lot of this culture is in the crap. A lot of this culture is totally in the crap. You don't believe me? Wait till you hear the next story.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by Money Tree.
A trash truck on fire has the right lanes blocked on northbound I-25 just past I-70. Only the two left lanes getting by through there. And northbound I-25 slow all the way back to the Downing Street Bridge. Also a crash on westbound I-70 approaching Central Park Boulevard. That's over on the right shoulder and slowing things down back to Peoria. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms and a high in the mid-80s. Mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 89 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
At Money Tree, we think cashing your check should be quick and easy. That's why we've been saying yes for over 30 years. We cash all types of checks, so bring your check into a Money Tree branch and let us say yes to you.
Your money in time.
You know, imagine a retirement community where you can choose from a menu of poached shrimp or pan-seared salmon, maybe even the penne rustica. You select a nice wine. Maybe later you get a massage, time with a personal trainer, or you see some live entertainment. The new Carillon at Bellevue Station is now open in the heart of the Denver Tech Center, and the Carillon is an upscale senior living community that offers independent living, assisted living, or even memory care if you need that. I want you to stop by and have lunch with Angie or Tracy and let them give you a tour of how retirement should be. Call or visit the Carillon just off Bellevue and South Niagara Street today.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Do you know what I want in an auto repair shop? Honesty, integrity, knowledge, and experience. I also like convenient locations. That's why I love Sheridan Auto Tech. All of those ingredients go into Sheridan. They're located conveniently in Lakewood, on Colfax just west of Wadsworth, and in Aurora on Havana just south of 6th Avenue. The repair shop I know and trust, and you can too. 303-455-7242. That's 303-455-7242. Sheridan Auto Tech. You know what I like is when you can predict exactly what something will cost you. With Fix It 24/7, they want to make it easy. $45 for a bad receptacle or a bad switch, and you get brand new ones. And of course, they're available for all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, cooling, and drains. 303-526-3939 or fixmyhome.com.
When your house is in trouble, fix it 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
fixmyhome.com.
This is how people react after seeing their Willow Creek Way independent dentist. And why not? It's exceptional dental care. Your way. Whatever that way is. With no pressure, no fear, and no judgment.
Wow!
We'll even play your favorite music while you're here. Plus, new Willow Creek Way patients receive a free Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush. For exceptional dental care your way, visit willowcreekway.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Now, you are endowed by our Creator to pursue a life of happiness, but happiness is not guaranteed, not now, and not in your retirement years. Are you going to have the money you need in retirement to visit your grandkids or take those trips that you've always dreamed about? And most importantly, will you have the money you need to stay retired, or do you have to go back to work? Now, Colin Richards and the team at Lord & Richards have helped thousands of people in the Denver area create a happy, independent retirement. Colin is a financial professional who will create your financial independence roadmap for you that will show you the ways to a happy retirement so you can stay retired. Call now, schedule an appointment with Colin and his team at Lord & Richards, 720-636-8829. Get your financial independence roadmap right now. Now, over 200 years ago, we celebrated the first Independence Day. Make every day Independence Day when you're retired. 720-636-8829.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AA Wealth Management, LLC.
I'm Robert, and I'm a patient of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I was in a funk because I couldn't perform sexually. I had the desire, but I didn't have the physical ability. I lived with this problem for about 12 years. It was depressing and wasn't good for my relationship. I would tell guys who were in a similar situation to skip the fake ads that promise all kinds of things and deliver little or nothing. Go to a legitimate agency that understands your problem medically. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic were very friendly. They took their time. They understood exactly why I was there. They were very matter-of-fact, very professional. Amongst other things, I felt very confident that what they were doing was safe. If you struggle with ED, like I did, I would suggest that you overcome your initial embarrassment of the problem and don't just live with it. There is an effective treatment for ED. There are people who understand the problem. Those people are at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
This is Jeff, director of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. You don't have to live with ED anymore. Give us a call at 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
It either is or it isn't. When it comes down to it, that's all that really matters when choosing a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. It's either certified by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained technicians, or it isn't. It's either backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years, or it isn't. It's absolute confidence in 30,000 precision parts, or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales Event, now through August 31st, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Come in today and take advantage of first month's payment credit and special financing offers available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. There are those who settle for nothing less. For them, the choice is simple. It's either up to Mercedes-Benz standards, or it isn't. It's flawlessly maintained, or it isn't. It's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned, or it isn't.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on first month's payment credit and certified pre-owned warranties.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Staring at the ceiling, making friends with shadows on my wall.
What at one point might seem unfathomable, unfashionable, unbelievable, at some point becomes the norm. And I get that the culture is constantly evolving. And in some ways, the evolution of the culture is a good thing. And I respect the evolution. I like the evolution. But in many ways, the evolution of the culture and the politics is disgusting. You've heard me describe how I think we have a lack of guardrails, that nothing is normal anymore, that all that is abnormal is now normal. What was once abnormal is now normal, and what was once normal is now abnormal. I mean, it's this evolutionary process that if there's not a moral foundation for it, then anything goes. I don't care whether or not you are for or against civil unions, gay civil unions, or gay marriage, but I'm going to use it as an example. Now, I think that two men or two women, if they want to engage in a civil union, should be able to do so. And I applaud those state legislatures that have taken it upon themselves to permit that. I think marriage, though, is between a man and a woman. I don't know why the government's involved in marriage in the first place, and if I really had my preferences in toto, government wouldn't be involved in civil unions or marriage. But just how long ago was it that both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama were opposed to gay marriage, civil unions? And they would talk about how, marriage is between a man and a woman. Now, these are Democrats. You've got a hardcore liberal Democrat, you have a corporatist in Hillary Clinton, and you've got a hardcore Marxist socialist in Barack Obama. And both of them were opposed to gay marriage, civil unions. That was their stance, been their stance forever, but then they changed. Now, I think they changed for purely political expedient reasons. They didn't have any sort of defining moment where they had an aha moment. They were like, oh, I totally get that now, and I think I was wrong. Aha moments are wonderful when you recognize them. It's good for your brain. I think it's good for your brain. It's good for your personality to have aha moments where it's like, oh, holy crap. Never saw it that way. And then suddenly you do. Except there are some things that you will never be able to convince me as being acceptable. And one of those things is pedophilia. I don't care. You can make I don't care what kind of argument you can make. You can make a legal argument, a moral argument. You can make any kind of an argument. But there are those who would argue that pedophilia is simply a sexual preference, just like being gay or lesbian or any other sexual. Again, I can't think of what other sexual preferences there are. I guess. If you like animals, I guess if you think bestiality is a sexual preference. But when we reach the point that we have TED Talks that try to humanize pedophilia, the culture is degrading to the point that the guardrails haven't simply been hit by a semi, they've been completely removed. Why is pedophilia so bad? Anyone under the age of 13, 14? I don't know. I don't know what the right number is. I know what the legal number is. In some states it's 18, some states it's 16, some states it's 21. So there's the legal age, and then there is the chronological, biological, mental age of an individual. But anybody below that ability to make their own choice about whether or not to have sex with an adult, you cannot convince me that that is ever okay.
Let me tell you about Jonas.
This is the story of Jonas at a TED Talk. Jonas. The TED speaker wants you to have sympathy.
Jonas is 19 years old. He studies law in Munich. In his spare time, he likes to play soccer. Jonas has a secret which he thinks he cannot share with anyone. Not even with his best friend or with his parents. He's just too afraid of anger, rejection, and repulsion. Jonas knows that he has to suppress his sexual drive for his entire life. And he also knows that there will never be a loving and fulfilling partnership that he can enter. Because Jonas is a pedophile. He's only attracted to female children between the ages of 6 and 12 years. Like every other sexual orientation, pedophilia can have different characteristics. For example, it can be heterosexual, it can be homosexual, bisexual. Within the male population, 1 to 2% are considered to be pedophiles. This translates to about 60 million people worldwide. This is as much as the population of Italy or of South Africa. Therefore, pedophilia is not an irrelevant phenomenon we can't simply ignore. Chances every one of you knows at least one pedophile are higher than that you don't know anyone. So generally speaking...
No, that's enough. Jonas has to suppress his sexual desire. Well, welcome to the real world. And I'm not talking about sexual desire. Welcome to the real adult world where lots of desires, lots of wishes, lots of preferences have to be suppressed simply because it's unacceptable or it's unrealistic. But not in the new world. In the new world order of anything goes, having a sexual preference for 6 to 12-year-old females is apparently something that we need to try to normalize, according to this TED Talk. And I don't care if it's 1 to 2%. You know, 1 to 2% of the world's also just bat crap crazy. And why should I just accept people that are just bat crap crazy? Hey everybody, let's go talk to Bob Smith over at RCS Wealth Management. So Bob, how many pitfalls are there when it comes to investment?
Well, we've counted at least 9 investment pitfalls.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are a lot more, but we've highlighted 9 of them. And let me just tell you about 3 of them. Mistake number 1 is believing investing is a smooth ride. because we all know it's not, right? Mistake number two is trying to time the market. I mean, if I was able to time the market, I think I'd be in the Bahamas right now, enjoying, a Mai Tai or whatever the case might be. But the third one is taking too much risk. People have forgotten about 2008, and I've seen a lot of people that have all their money invested back in the stock market with no plan to get out when the next bear market happens.
And that's why they need to come and see you to have a plan when the next bear market comes up. So give Bob a call at RCS Wealth Management. Easy phone number, 303-777-5500 or online, rcswealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, BCM, a registered investment advisor. BCM and RCS Wealth Management are independent of each other.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This report is brought to you by Walmart.
All lanes are now reopened. Northbound I-25 just past I-70 after an earlier vehicle on fire. Northbound still slow, though, all the way back to the Downing Street Bridge. And there's a crash blocking the left lane on the ramp from eastbound 270 onto eastbound I-70. Off-freeway working accidents on northbound Lincoln at 14th. And also an accident involving a motorcycle and a pedestrian downtown at 17th and Winecoop. Your forecast for the rest of the day, clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms and a high in the mid-80s. It's 90 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
A fresh, new shopping experience is coming your way. Walmart's investing in the Denver area. Select stores are getting a fresh, new look and convenient new services. So, get ready for what's coming your way.
You know, if you're tired of all the anti-Trump spin from CNN and MSNBC and you want to see something more than just Fox, well, then you've got to check out Newsmax TV. In fact, every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 Eastern, you can see Bill O'Reilly give his take on the big events making the news. And Bill's weekly show, the No Spin News Show, airs on Newsmax TV every Saturday and Sunday. Newsmax is America's fastest growing cable channel. It's real news for real people. I watch it all the time, and I'm on it sometimes. I want you to tune in anytime to see Bill O'Reilly or Professor Dershowitz, Mike Reagan, Bernie Carrick, and a lot of others. Newsmax TV is on DirecTV channel 349 and Dish 216. You can also get it on UVerse 1220 and File 615. But for us here in Denver, that's DirecTV channel 349 and Dish 216. Now listen, if you don't get Newsmax TV, I want you to call your cable company and tell them that you want Newsmax TV. You see, Newsmax TV, it's real news for real people.
Never worry about breakdowns with Pro Auto Care. You'll have total peace of mind knowing you'll never be stranded because Pro Auto Care offers free roadside assistance for each and every customer. When Pro Auto Care services your car, you get a free 36,000-mile warranty complete with roadside assistance. All makes and models, expert techs, 25 years in business, 2 locations, Denver and Littleton. 303-PRO-AUTO, that's 303-PRO-AUTO, or online at 303proauto.com.
It's time to join the millions of people that meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Zoom gives you flawless video, crystal clear audio, and instant sharing across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device. But the best thing about Zoom? It just works. So ditch the distractions, join the movement, and meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Visit zoom.us to set up your free account today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
When working at a growing business, you wear many hats. The new business hat, the buying toner for the copy machine hat, the sifting through tons of resumes hat. You can throw away that last hat thanks to Indeed.com. When posting your job, Indeed lets you add screener questions that give you a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates. So go ahead, dust off that extra long lunch hat. Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
My father developed a disease called farmer's lung. At age 53, he was no longer able to work, so we sold the farm. Now my parents had a nest egg, and they needed it to last as long as they did. Mom outlived Dad and spent 25 years in retirement. Today, it's possible to spend 3 decades in retirement. That's long enough to potentially experience 3 corrections or crashes in the stock market. You make money in the market by being aggressive, but you keep it by being defensive. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker. I made my parents money in the market, but more importantly, I helped them keep it for their 25 years of retirement through numerous market conditions. My all-seasons portfolio prepares you for whatever tomorrow brings. May I create one for you? I'm here to help. Call me, Carlin Tucker, at 303-734-1234. That's 303-734-1234. RetireWithTucker.com.
Introducing your weekly mixtape. Starting today and every week, iHeartRadio is creating you a personal playlist based on the music you're listening to right now. The more you thumb up and save songs you love, the more we improve and update your mixtape. We'll refresh your mixtape every Monday with a new batch of tracks that we know you're going to vibe to throughout your week. Your weekly mixtape. Open the iHeartRadio app and find yours right now. It's all your favorite music, all your favorite stations, and it's all free.
Denver's Talk Station. Online at khow.com.
Oh yeah.
The Anti-Defamation League, which is, even though it says Anti-Defamation League and it's really supposed to fight anti-Semitism, it's really not. It's just a liberal democratic operative organization. And the University of Southern California have teamed up because we need to figure out ways to use artificial intelligence and algorithms and all of the new whiz-bang stuff of modern technology to identify hate speech so that we can eliminate it. I'm so glad that our overlords in technology have decided that they can define what hate speech is. You know, the Supreme Court unanimously reaffirmed that there is no hate speech exception to the First Amendment. In the Slants case, remember the Slants? Those were the Asian band out of Portland or Seattle or someplace where they wanted to trademark the name the Slants, and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office refused to do so, saying it was objectionable. The case was Mattel versus Tam. Justice Alito wrote, "The idea that the government may restrict speech expressing ideas that offend strikes at the heart of the First Amendment. Speech that demeans on the basis of race, ethnicity, gender, religion, age, disability, or any other similar ground is hateful. But the proudest boast of our free speech jurisprudence is that we protect the freedom to express the thought that we hate." Even retiring Justice Kennedy, writing separately, agreed on that point. A law found to discriminate based on one's viewpoint is, according to Justice Kennedy, the so-called swing vote, an egregious form of content discrimination, which is presumptively unconstitutional. Presumptively unconstitutional. Now, I know the ADL and the University of, well, not the University of Southern California, because that's actually a government entity. But I'm slowly but surely beginning to rethink my First Amendment beliefs to the point that perhaps we ought to start considering that any time an organization, even if it's a private organization, wants to ban hate speech, wants to fire someone for hate speech, wants to demote them, put them in the basement, hide them in a closet, take them off the air, whatever it might be, that perhaps we ought to rethink First Amendment jurisprudence a little bit to recognize that while the Constitution and the First Amendment expressly says that Congress, and by virtue of the 14th Amendment, meaning state, local, or any other government entity, cannot restrict free speech, I'd at least like to see some sort of standard, some sort of belief that free speech is something that we have and that only under very strict limitations can private organizations or other people restrict? Because what we're doing is we're now capitulating. We're capitulating to the tech giants, whether it be Apple, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, any of the social media platforms. Because people are offended. I'm tired of people being offended. Well, actually, I don't give a rat's ass if you're offended. I'm tired of you being offended being your basis in which you try to shut down other people's speech. I don't care. I truly do not care how vile it is, how racist it is, how misogynistic it is, if it's Islamophobic. I don't care what it is. It's fascist. It's communist. It's just dumbass. It's just plain stupid. I'm tired of people. The New York Times, the new board member of the New York Times editorial board, that whatever her name is, Zhang, that wrote the racist tweets. I don't care whether they were taken out of context, taken in context. I really don't care what. I don't really care. I say, let her tweet. And if I find it offensive, then I should be able to mock it. I should be able to point out how stupid it is. But I shouldn't, I should be able to demand that she be fired. But the New York Times, I actually applaud for keeping a racist dimwit on their editorial board. I applaud them for it. Remember, Justice Kennedy said, a law that's found to discriminate based on viewpoint is an egregious form of content discrimination. And what we're kind of falling into in this country is we're allowing private organizations, we're allowing individuals through heckler's veto, prior restraint, which maybe technically isn't exactly correct because prior restraint is actually affected by government organizations, but many people are exercising their own prior restraint, not because they don't sincerely, truthfully believe in something, even if I find it vile and bigoted, but they're afraid to speak. And a nation that is composed of citizens who are afraid to speak what they truly believe is a nation that will allow monopolies and government to run their lives. The First Amendment does not entrust the power of deciding what can and cannot be said to the government's benevolence. Our reliance must be on the substantial safeguards of free and open discussion in this democratic republic. The justices in the Slants case made clear that speech that some people might view as radically and racially offensive is protected not just against outright prohibition, but it's also protected against lesser restrictions, such as refusing to grant a trademark, because it might be demeaning to Asian Americans. Think about that case for a second in light of what took place this weekend. I know we had the white supremacists, we had the Antifa, we had the anti-whatever and the anti-whatever this and anti-that, all convening everywhere to protest each other, which is good. Now, if you listen to the press reports, it was just all focused on the white supremacists that had a dozen people to talk to because nobody showed up. But they didn't focus on...
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by Office Depot Office Max.
All the lanes have now reopened on northbound I-25 just past I-70 after an earlier vehicle on fire. Northbound still slow, though, all the way back to the Downing Street Bridge. And there's a crash blocking the left lane on the ramp from eastbound 270 onto eastbound I-70. Off-freeway working an accident on northbound Lincoln at 14th. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday, with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms, and a high in the mid-80s. Mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 89 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
If your back-to-school shopping list is testing your budget, the answer is shopping at Office Depot Office Max. From pencils to laptops and everything in between, you'll find low prices all summer long online, on their app, or in-store at the place that's serious about supplies.
You know, a few years ago, I turned down endorsing a solar company because when I looked at their business model, I just couldn't in good conscience recommend it to you. That's no longer the case with Zoetic Solar. With Zoetic Solar, what they do is they replace your current electric bill. That becomes the payment for your own solar panels, so that your monthly out-of-pocket is the same, but now you own those energy panels, those solar panels. You don't rent them. No down payments needed, and once you pay the panels off, you have free energy for your house for life. You own those solar panels as opposed to renting them, which is what most companies do. This gives you more money in your pocket and increases your home's value. And when Zoetic puts solar panels on your roof, they're also free of charge, going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat for free. That saves you even more money. I also like Zoetic because they're Colorado owned and operated right here in Denver. So if you're even thinking about solar for your home or your business, I want you to call Zoetic for a free quote. 888-637-4447. That's 888-637-4447.
Do you have a sinking concrete problem? Denver and the Front Range are notorious for settling concrete. I'm Brian with Advanced Mud Jacking. We have the solution to your settling concrete issues. Our time-tested procedure lifts and stabilizes. Our process with sand and cement is non-toxic, no scary chemicals, and it lasts. Call Advanced Mud Jacking at 303-424-9441. From Castle Rock to Longmont, Advanced Mud Jacking is the leader in concrete lifting and stabilization. Call Advanced Mud Jacking at 303-424-9441 or send me a note, advancedmudjacking@yahoo.com.
I'm in my early 50s and I really don't feel old, except for one thing. Hey, it's Ross, and that one thing is my hair. It's been thinning for years and it bugs me almost every time I look in the mirror. But I'm going to do something about it with Dr. David Broadway and Broadway Hair Restoration. Using NeoGraft, a safe and effective, minimally invasive technique, I'm soon going to look, well, more like I want to look. Call Broadway Hair Restoration and schedule your free consultation at 303-680-8989 or online at denverhairrestoration.com.
If you have hail damage, you better get it fixed. Get it fixed the preferred way with Flexident. No need to repaint like the other methods. Lifetime warranty. Immediate openings available. Flexident's been working with insurance, dealers, and body shops for around 20 years. Multiple locations. Downtime is minimized. Only 1 to 3 days. Call now. 303-619-6273 or flexidentofcolorado.com. And look for Flexident on referralist.com.
Are you having a barbecue or going to one? If you're gluten-free or have gluten-free friends, don't limit yourself to just eating the burger or the dog without the bun. Let gluten-free things put the fun back in the bun without the worry of gluten. Freshly baked breads, buns, and more at Gluten-Free Things Bakery in Arvada and online at glutenfreethings.com.
I'm Robert, and I'm a patient of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I was in a funk because I couldn't perform sexually. I had the desire, but I didn't have the physical ability. I lived with this problem for about 12 years. It was depressing and wasn't good for my relationship. I would tell guys who were in a similar situation to skip the fake ads that promise all kinds of things and deliver little or nothing. Go to a legitimate agency that understands your problem medically. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic were very friendly. They took their time. They understood exactly why I was there. They were very matter-of-fact, very professional. Amongst other things, I felt very confident that what they were doing was safe. If you struggle with ED, like I did, I would suggest that you overcome your initial embarrassment of the problem and don't just live with it. There is an effective treatment for ED. There are people who understand the problem. Those people are at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
This is Jeff, director of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. You don't have to live with ED anymore. Give us a call at 720-440-7900. or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them, there is a way to do that. Dr. Kent Lawson has pioneered new orthodontics for adults. Straighten your teeth, widen your palate, take care of jaw alignment, help you with TMJ, stop sleep apnea with natural means in 2 years or less, way cheaper than getting a mouthful of veneers. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100.
Have you ever wanted to refinance your mortgage but didn't want to start a new 30-year loan all over again? Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky for my friends at American Financing, and let me tell you, they can help. When refinancing to eliminate mortgage insurance, lower your rate, or consolidate high-interest debt, you don't have to worry about resetting your loan term, because at American Financing, they offer 10, 13, or 18-year loans, really any term you need. It truly is a custom loan. You choose the term based on your budget, and they'll find the most competitive interest rate. It's your mortgage, your way. Plus, with a fixed rate, no matter where interest rates go, yours stays the same. Monthly payments won't increase. It just takes one call to their salary-based mortgage consultants. They'll guide you through options and will customize the right program to achieve your financial goals. They may even be able to get you closed in as fast as 10 days. So get started now, 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
As part of employee training to stop sexual harassment, Netflix has an idea. How long is too long to look at somebody? What's your guess how long that is? Let's talk Tuesday morning at 7:05 here on 630 KHOW.
Nothing so loud as hearing when we lie. Truth is not kind, and you said neither am I. And the air outside so soft.
Angie thinks I should start doing.
What?
I was just going to say that you think I should do a promo that says, be sure and tune in at like 4:04:58:36.
I did not say that.
Go down to the millisecond.
You said that.
You know, it's the, you know, you're not even old enough to remember this, Angie. There used to be what were called diaries.
I know what that is.
Really?
Had a Hello Kitty diary when I was little.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What'd you write in your Hello Kitty diary?
I don't know, probably dumb stuff.
Oh, Lord. Can I get a hold of that by any chance?
Nope.
Does your mom have it?
Nope.
You still have it?
I think so.
Do you really?
I think so, yeah.
Could you look for it tonight, bring it in, and let's just randomly read from 5 pages?
I doubt you can read it.
Okay, you can do the dramatic reading.
I doubt I can read
Everybody
it.
that wants to hear Angie's, what was it, Little Kitty Diary? Is that what you called it?
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Okay, Hello Kitty. So you were supposed to be writing to a mythical kitty? Is that what it is?
No, Hello Kitty is a cartoon.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're writing to a cartoon character. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay on the straight and narrow here. I'm just trying to, maintain some adulthood.
You don't have that.
Huh? You know, it's hotter than hell in here. I've pushed that reset button 20 times, and I'm sweating like a dog. Can you fix
like
it?
A personal problem.
It is a personal problem. I'm dying in here. So everybody that's in favor of Angie looking for her Hello Kitty diary tonight and bringing it in, and I'll just go for a random 3 pages. We'll devote one segment to a dramatic reading of 3 pages randomly selected out of Angie's Hello Kitty diary. What age were you? Do you recall? I will pay
6?
you to do this. 6?
7?
Oh, 6. That's got to be a lot of fun.
That's why you can't read it.
You could read it though.
No, I tried one time before.
Then you should then you should bring it in and let me try it.
Nope.
Because I'm really good at deciphering hieroglyphics. So hieroglyphics. Just bring it in. We'll get a doctor. Well, no, take that back. We'll get a pharmacist. A pharmacist who has to read doctor's handwriting. We'll bring a pharmacist in to interpret your handwriting because they can read anything.
Yeah.
What? Can you recall one thing you wrote in your little Hello Kitty diary?
I don't want to.
I didn't ask if you wanted to. I asked you, can you recall anything? Jiminy
I think
Christmas.
so.
You take one day off and you come back and you're just the biggest smartass and you're just the biggest pain in the rear ever. All I'm asking is just 3 random pages out of your diary, and the listeners want it. The fans of the Michael Brown
It's
Show.
supposed to be private. Gosh.
Yeah, but look,
You're all about privacy and you're trying to invade mine? This is wrong.
No, I'm about free speech. I'm all about free speech, and I ought to be able to speak your diary. Oh, the Anti-Defamation League and USC have decided they're going to team up because, well, we're already ruled by algorithms. Why not be ruled by artificial intelligence? We're entering a brave new world.
ADL and the University of California at Berkeley's D-Lab have been working to develop...
And who doesn't trust USC Berkeley, right? I mean, because they're all about free speech. How many conservatives have been turned away from UC Berkeley? Yeah, so if I'm thinking about somebody that I would like to help define hate speech, UC Berkeley is probably the first place I would go, and then the University of Colorado would be the second.
A new approach to tackle online hate using the latest methods. The goal of the Online Hate Index is to help tech platforms better understand the growing amount of hate on social media and to use that information to address the problem. By combining artificial intelligence and machine learning with social science, the Online Hate Index will ultimately uncover and identify trends and patterns in hate speech.
Oh, they will identify the online database. You know who's missing this? They need like a little threesome. They need the ADL, UC Berkeley, and who's missing? That's right, the Southern Poverty Law Center. There are days, and I'm so sad that it's, so early in the week, but I'm ready to pull what little hair I have out right now.
Across different platforms. We've just completed our first phase of research, and we found that the machine learning model identified hate speech accurately between 78 and 85% of the time.
Oh, well that, how about flying an airplane that lands safely 70 to 80% of the time? That's good enough for hate speech, right? If you think 70, 80% of the time is good enough for hate speech, you ought to be willing to get in an airplane with a pilot that is able to land safely 70 to 80% of the time. Or jump out of a plane with a parachute that works 70 to 80% of the time. Or, play Russian roulette. I'll give you the gun and the one bullet, and, you got, I don't know what the odds are, but 70, 80% of the time sounds good to me, right?
In the next phase of our project, we will look at specific targeted populations in a more detailed manner.
Oh, specific targeted populations. Now, of course, they're thinking about blacks, Asians, gays, transgenders. What about white people? What about conservatives? What about Trump supporters? What about, well, you get the idea. 70 to 80% of the time. Wow.
The Michael Brown Show continues after this.
Need a new roof? Call Excel Roofing at 303-761-6400.
Hey, does it seem like your life really isn't your own? Tired of sacrificing your most valuable asset, the limited time you have on this earth, for a paycheck? This is Dave Logan. My friends at Online Trading Academy have been teaching powerful Wall Street techniques to Main Street investors for over 20 years. Sign up now for a free half-day class. Classes are limited. Online Trading Academy, the only financial educator I personally endorse. Reserve your free class by calling 303-547-3588 or tradingacademy.com.
Sinking, heaving concrete, cracks in the garage, basement, sidewalk, stairs, and front porches shifting? Don't replace, fix with Crackerjack Mudjacking. 303-410-7787. 410-7787. CrackerjackMudjacking.com.
This report is brought to you by City of Aurora Gulf Division.
Mostly clear tonight, a low of 61. Mostly sunny with a slight chance for storms tomorrow, a high of 85. Mostly sunny, a slight chance for storms on Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the upper 80s.
Spring Hill's a family-friendly walk
walkable course that will challenge your game no matter what your skill level. Hi, it's Karen from Golf Aurora. Known as a great value, Spring Hill has some of the lowest green fees in the metro area, located at 6th Avenue and Airport Boulevard. Book your tee time today at golfaurora.com.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
Resting its case, I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. The prosecution calling its final witnesses in the fraud trial of former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort,
including a Treasury Department official who took the stand for a second time and testified that Paul Manafort and his business partner Rick Gates, the government's star witness, never filed paperwork to document the foreign bank accounts for their company. The judge said he was allowing the testimony but warned the jurors that the government had the chance to indict Manafort's company and chose not to. Only Mr. Manafort is on trial, and we expect tomorrow morning to learn whether the defense will call its own witnesses and reveal its own evidence.
Fox's Catherine Herridge in Alexandria, Virginia. The trial, the first to emerge from the special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation, but it does not relate to any allegations of Russian interference in the 2016 election. Peter Strzok, the FBI agent who came under fire for sending anti-Trump texts, is now out of a job.
Strzok's attorney says the firing amounts to political pressure to punish the longtime FBI agent for political speech. Strzok, who was involved in both the Hillary Clinton email and Russia election interference investigations, had sent text messages very critical of President Trump and raising questions of bias.
Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke getting a first-hand look at the Carr fire, which has burned hundreds of acres near Redding, California. He says there are multiple reasons for the fires that have been broken out all over the West.
There's a lot of reasons for these fires. You have a longer fire season, you have a drought, you have higher temperatures, and then you have a fuel load, and the density of burnable material is unprecedented in a lot of areas.
Zinke calling on people to remove dead trees and officials to manage forests so the fires don't have fuel. Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue also toured the damage. Fox News, fair and balanced.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event. And now, while selection is best, it's the best time to buy. With amazing offers across a full lineup of Ford vehicles, now is the time to make summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Stop by a local Ford store or shop online at buyfordnow.com, because there is no better time than right now to get behind the wheel of a new Ford during the Ford Summer Sales Event. The Ford Summer Sales Event is here. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months plus $1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on a great lineup of Ford SUVs. Best-selling claim based on 2017 calendar year sales. Not all buyers qualify for Ford credit financing. 72 months at $1,389 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. Not available on Expedition. For all offers, take new retail delivery from authorized Ford dealer stock by 8/31/18. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for qualifications and details.
KHOW News Time, 5:03.
Governor Hickenlooper is calling on Congress to reauthorize the Violence Against Women Act. He says the safety of our communities requires continued investment to protect those who may fall victim to sexual and intimate partner violence. Meanwhile, Energy Secretary Rick Perry is visiting the National Renewable Energy Lab in Golden tomorrow morning. He'll be there along with Colorado Senator Cory Gardner. And a local brewery is drinking up a bit of juicy beer news. Comrade Brewing Company has survived a legal challenge from the makers of Palm Wonderful pomegranate juice that claimed Superpower IPA infringed on the juice slogan, antioxidant superpower.
You know, this is like one small victory, but, you know, it's pretty much stopped our filing in its tracks for the last, year and a half.
That's Comrade owner David Lynn, who says the brewery now has a green light to refile its trademark request, a process he expects to take another 3 to 4 months. And the Rockies with an off day after reeling off 3 straight wins against the Dodgers. That's the latest. I'm Connor Shreve.
This report is brought to you by the Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area.
Still having problems on northbound I-25 just past I-70 because of an earlier vehicle fire. The right lane closed through there, and northbound I-25 is slow back to University. There's a crash on the shoulder on the ramp from eastbound 270 onto eastbound I-70, and also an accident on westbound 6th Avenue at Perry, slowing things down through there. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms and a high in the mid-80s. Mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 89 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
The Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area, protecting people, property, and our environment. Sign up for early flood alerts at udfcd.org. That's udfcd.org for early flood alerts.
630 KHOW has your shot at a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Now, text the keyword casino to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply. That's casino to 200-200.
Hey, Mikey.
It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown. Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
This is just a heads up for some of the associate producers of the Michael Brown Show, that the next 2 hours will be devoted exclusively where this is a there will be no commercial interruptions, and for the next 120 minutes nothing but Omarosa. Omarosa, Omarosa, Omarosa. It's just all Omarosa all the time, because I know that you haven't gotten enough of it today. I know that you think that everything that could possibly be said about Omarosa and her being fired by General Kelly has been said, except that I don't think it has. So I'm going to spend, maybe, unless I get distracted, I might spend 4 minutes on it. The secret taping that she made in the White House Situation Room goes like this.
Hi.
Hi there, how are you? Hi. My assistant.
Could you leave us alone?
Sure. Hi.
I'm only going to stay for a couple of minutes. These are lawyers. We've got to talk to you about leaving the White House. It's come to my attention over the last few months that there's been some pretty, in my opinion, significant integrity issues related to you and use of government vehicles and some other issues.
All right. I've played 30 seconds of what everybody else has been playing of 2 minutes and 44 seconds worth. Don't tell Angie, but I wanted to keep it all in here just in case I decided to use it. I've got a lot of questions, but why is nobody asking? Now, Omarosa was on Meet the Press, and Chucky Todd heard the same secretly recorded conversation in the White House Situation Room. She was on the Today Show. I suppose she's been on every other freaking show that you can possibly imagine. If anybody has an audience of 2, she's on that program. I challenge anyone to find any anchor, any host, send me the transcript, and I will apologize profusely. Why has no one asked the question, Ms. Omarosa, we don't care about anything you have to say about your book. We don't care about anything except in December of 2017, when you made this secretly recorded tape, to what was General Kelly referring when he said issues of integrity? And that's when a good lawyer with a witness on the stand shuts his trap and lets the witness squirm. What are the issues of integrity? We're waiting. maybe Whoopi, maybe Joy Behar, maybe some pretend journalist could actually ask the question. You got fired, you made a tape, and the tape says issues of integrity have come to our attention. What are those? And in fact, we will just let you try to explain them away, but tell us what they are. Instead, all they care about is, oh, she was on The Apprentice. She got fired 2 times. She has, everybody goes by her first name. She had this tape since December, but she decides to wait and release the tape just before her book comes out. Who gives a rat's ass about her book? Blah, 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 blah. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. Let's see. The Iranians have decided that they've got to do some ballistic missile tests. Lord knows what's going on in North Korea. The Syrian debacle is still going on. Migrants are still just running roughshod over Europe. We have, we'll talk about the airport security in a minute. I've laughed my ass off about that one. Shazam. You mean, this has brought to light serious airport security concerns. This is where I really so desperately want to say, no, Sherlock. Really? I've been talking about those security concerns for at least 15 years. Even during my days at Homeland Security. If you want to know what kind of crap hole, S-hole culture that we live in, Omarosa. Let me address for just a moment her taking a telephone into the White House Situation Room. Let me address taking a cell phone into any SCIF, a Special Compartmentalized Information Facility, SCIF, pronounced SCIF. Every SCIF, every single SCIF that I ever walked into had like little post office boxes outside. They would be numbered. You would put your cell phone in. You would lock it and take the key. Or they would just be like a big wine rack. And you'd put your cell phone in the little box, and you would leave it there, and you would go into the SCIF. You never, ever took a cell phone into a SCIF. I think the reason that General Kelly took Omarosa into the White House Situation Room is he wanted to make certain, because there were already concerns about the use of private phones inside the West Wing. And he wanted a place where he could be assured that they would be able to have a private conversation. Now, it is legal for one person to tape another person unknowingly. DC is a one-party state. Some states require that you have to inform the other party that you're taping the conversation. Some states, like Colorado, is a one-party state, where as long as if you're the one doing the taping and you know you're doing the taping, that's good enough. You wonder why there was the order that came down that personal cell phones were no longer allowed in the West Wing? Maybe this. Maybe the Ruskies are listening. But go back to the question that everybody should be asking. Well, actually, 2 questions. One, Mr. President, what the hell were you thinking? What the hell were you thinking? You told us that you hired only the best people. If this is the best people, you need to redefine for us what best people means. Because this was a low-life, well, I can't use the word on the air. A lowlife. This is a gold-digging, Question number 1, that's it. And then question number 2, what were the issues? If they're national security concerns, I get that you won't talk about it. But one thing that this White House should do is explain to us what the national security concerns were, to shut up the media, to shut up the Brian Stelters, to shut up the Wolf Blitzers, to shut up all of the yahoos on cable news that simply won't ask the question. Chuck Todd, Meet the Press. Oh, let me throw up a softball. Oh, let's talk about the N-word. Oh, he's a racist. Let's talk about this. How about we talk about what did you do, sweetheart? What did you do that got your ass fired? That's what I want to know.
Text Michael a piece of your mind. Send your message along with his name, Mike, to 57739.
This report is brought to you by American Financing.
Northbound I-25 still slow between University and I-70 because of an earlier vehicle fire. And there's a crash partially blocking the left lane on northbound I-25 just past 58. Still working an accident on the shoulder on the ramp from eastbound 270 onto eastbound I-70. And also an accident on westbound 6th Avenue at Perry is slowing things down through there. Your forecast for the rest of the day, clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Look for a high tomorrow in the mid-80s. Mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 89 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Refinance and use your equity to consolidate your high-interest debt into one low payment. You could be saving $500 to $1,000. American Financing, 303-695-7000 or AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
My father developed a disease called farmer's lung. At age 53, he was no longer able to work, so we sold the farm. Now my parents had a nest egg, and they needed it to last as long as they did. Mom outlived Dad and spent 25 years in retirement. Today, it's possible to spend 3 decades in retirement. That's long enough to potentially experience 3 corrections or crashes in the stock market. You make money in the market by being aggressive, but you keep it by being defensive. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker. I made my parents money in the market, but more importantly, I helped them keep it for their 25 years of retirement through numerous market conditions. My all-seasons portfolio prepares you for whatever tomorrow brings. May I create one for you? I'm here to help. Call me, Carlin Tucker, at 303-734-1234. That's 303-734-1234. RetireWithTucker.com.
You know, if you're tired of all the anti-Trump spin from CNN and MSNBC, and you want to see something more than just Fox News, then you got to check out Newsmax TV. In fact, every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 Eastern, you can see Bill O'Reilly give his take on the big events making news. And Bill's weekly show, the No Spin News Show, airs on Newsmax TV every Saturday and every Sunday. Newsmax TV is America's fastest growing cable channel. It's real news for real people. I watch it all the time. I want you to tune in anytime, and you can see Bill O'Reilly, Professor Dershowitz, Mike Reagan, Pat Buchanan, Bernie Carrick, and so many others. Newsmax TV is on DirecTV channel 349, dish 216, UVerse 1220, and Fios 615. That's DirecTV channel 349, dish 216, UVerse 1220, and Fios 615. Now look, if you don't get Newsmax TV, I want you to call your cable company and tell them that you want Newsmax TV. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.
Hi, it's Mandy Connell. Join my friends Gary Bell and Brad Pollock for the Bell and Pollock Legal Show right here on KHOW every Saturday morning at 7. It's a live call-in show to give Coloradans like you free legal advice on any topic you'd like to discuss with them.
Are you embarrassed by your smile? Are you unable to eat the foods you love, afraid to laugh, afraid to live a normal life, even afraid to go out in public? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here. I believe that you deserve a smile that you can be proud of so you can live your life the way you want, with the peace of mind that you can smile without embarrassment and that your mouth is healthy. At Barrett's Dental, we want to help you get your life back. I invite you to my office for a free consultation where you can find out for yourself if you are comfortable at Barrett's Dental. We offer total dental solutions, meaning we can handle all of your dental care in one convenient location without referring you all over town. If you feel safe at Barrett's Dental, it's the last place you'll need to visit to get the care you need. Is the condition of your mouth causing you to live a life of quiet desperation? Call me. I'll take great care of you.
If you're looking for a safe place to take care of all your dental needs, call Barrett's Dental at 303-731-1308 or visit denverdentist.com.
Coloradans 62 and older, are you not feeling as financially secure as you'd like to? Is cash flow tight? Are you retiring or experiencing a life change? And do you own your own home? Then consider a reverse mortgage from American Financing. Reverse mortgages are loans that pay you monthly by using the equity in your home. They also protect your spouse from possibly losing your home if you pass away, and FHA ensures that you never owe more than your house is worth. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and here are the facts. You benefit immediately from no monthly mortgage payments, and you have access to tax-free money, all while owning your home. That's right, you still own your home, but now have access to your equity when you need it most. With a reverse mortgage from American Financing, you can feel confident about living your golden years with financial comfort and security. Their mortgage consultants are salary-based, so conversations are simple, straightforward, and honest. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
It either is or it isn't. When it comes down to it, that's all that really matters when choosing a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. It's either certified by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained technicians, or it isn't. It's either backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years, or it isn't. It's absolute confidence in 30,000 precision parts, or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales Event, now through August 31st, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Come in today and take advantage of first month's payment credit and special financing offers available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. There are those who settle for nothing less. For them, the choice is simple. It's either up to Mercedes-Benz standards, or it isn't. It's flawlessly maintained, or it isn't. It's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned, or it isn't.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on first month's payment credit and certified pre-owned warranties.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Wasn't I good to you? Didn't I show it? And if I ever hurt you, I didn't know.
Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what they're... What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I'm like shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.
Alex Jones, we've got a thing going on.
Like, how dare you not let us suck your blood?
And we know that it's wrong, but it's much too strong to let it go now.
You saw me, in bed with Putin, getting peed on or something?
He gets online around the same time, 11 a.m. We're all gonna be there.
I kill my kids.
Outrageous rants expose the globalist plans and hand it all to Paul Joseph Watson. Me and Alex Jones, Alex Jones, Alex Jones, Alex Jones, Alex Jones. We've got a thing going on.
And Alex Jones. And if that isn't Nazi Germany, I'll kiss your booty. I'll kiss your booty.
Over on the Tech Podcast, Oliver Darcy was talking about Alex Jones and the media that jumped up in concerted fashion to get rid of him.
It took media outlets to point out for weeks that InfoWars was skirting the rules on these tech platforms for them to enforce their own standards.
Except that, and I haven't checked today, but last I checked over the weekend, Twitter still had not, bless Twitter's heart, Twitter still had not taken Alex Jones off for a violation of their terms of service. I don't think he violates their terms of service. When I left here Friday, there was some goober on Twitter out of the clear blue sky. I have no, in fact, I'd have to go back and look to see what tweet it was that started this. Hang on one second, and let me just scroll back down to Friday and see if I can find it, because it's one of those things where you're trying to understand the context of why this person is saying what they're saying to you. Oh, by the way, I want to thank Adam Curry for the little jingle about me and Alex Jones. Somebody by the name of Darth McChicken. Where did he start this? Darth McChicken. Here, I tweeted this in response to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez complaining about, well, challenging her to a debate is the same as catcalling. And I tweeted on Friday during the program, if you think someone challenging you to a debate is hashtag catcalling, you might have an inflated sense of yourself or an insecurity about your debate skills. Hashtag just saying, at Ben Shapiro, at Ocasio 2018. And then Darth McChicken, whoever the hell, some fake account, retweeted me with this quote. You want me to come clean with rape allegations? No? Then shut the F up. To which then I said, hey, I retweeted his tweet to Twitter support. In addition to being legally defamatory, falsely accusing me of being a rapist, does this violate your terms of service? To which he replies, bitch, you think they care? What a baby boomer, laughing my ass off. And then he just flat out calls me a rapist, which is legally defamatory, unless he can prove it's true. He claims he has a videotape. I challenge him to produce the videotape because I haven't raped anybody in my entire life. Never have. Never will. Accusing someone of a crime, particularly a crime as horrendous as rape, is a defamatory statement. But Twitter told me in an email message, no, that's not a violation of our terms of service. So you can accuse someone of being a rapist, and that's okay, which is fine with me because I know it not to be true, and it gave me a chance to have fun with an idiot on Twitter. And I love having fun with idiots on Twitter. But what I don't like is the idea that the media conspires. Oh, now I sound like me and Alex Jones.
And they only actually took action after weeks of media pressure, after weeks of the media outlets saying, you say that this would violate your standards, so why is this still being allowed to be posted? And so Apple was the first at the bat this morning, or last night, with removal of his content. And now we're seeing it trickle out.
So it was Apple and then the domino effect. Oliver Darcy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Brooke.
Oliver Darcy tweeted a little bit later saying, it's really remarkable the 180 Facebook did on InfoWars today. A few weeks ago, the company was using its official Twitter account to tweet in defense of allowing InfoWars to have a platform on its site. Zuckerberg even personally defended the decision, then rather suddenly, ... Again, the official stance is that InfoWars violated community guidelines. But according to Oliver Darcy, it was their media pressure and that Facebook is doing a 180. In the past, Facebook defended InfoWars' right to produce their opinion and analysis no matter how crazy.
Maybe it's time, and I'm throwing this up I don't believe it. I'm not there yet. I'm not even sure I'm going that direction. And I don't want regulation of social media platforms. But when you think of Section 230 of the CDA and the requirement that they remain neutral, how is it that you decide that you don't like someone's speech so you take it off? How does that comport with neutrality? I don't think that it does.
Text Michael a piece of your mind. Send your message along with his name, Mike, to 57739.
Hey, everybody, let's go talk to Bob Smith over at RCS Wealth Management. So, Bob, how many pitfalls are there when it comes to investment?
Well, we've counted at least 9 investment pitfalls.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are a lot more, but we've highlighted 9 of them. And let me just tell you about 3 of them. Mistake number 1 is believing investing is a smooth ride, because we all know it's not, right? Mistake number 2 is trying to time the market. I mean, if I was able to time the market, I think I'd be in the Bahamas right now, enjoying, a Mai Tai or whatever the case might be. But the third one is taking too much risk. People have forgotten about 2008, and I've seen a lot of people that have all their money invested back in the stock market with no plan to get out when the next bear market happens.
And that's why they need to come and see you to have a plan when the next bear market comes up. So give Bob a call at RCS Wealth Management. Easy phone number, 303-777-5500, or online, rcswealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, BCM, a registered investment advisor. BCM and RCS Wealth Management are independent of each other.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
From the Fox Business Network, Wall Street lost more ground as Turkey's currency crisis again scared buyers away. The Dow Industrials fell 125 points, the Nasdaq lost 19, while the S&P 500 was down 11. Many analysts have expressed concern that Turkey's money problems could have an impact on other nations. VF fell 3%. The clothing company said it will make its denim business, maker of Wrangler and Lee jeans, a separate company. Shares of Cisco jumped 6% after the food distribution giant reported quarterly results that topped expectations. Kroger is going to stop accepting Visa credit cards as of tomorrow at 21 grocery stores and 5 gas stations in California. It blames the high fees that Visa charges merchants and claims the move will save shoppers money, but some say the lost convenience of not being able to use credit cards to pay at Kroger checkout lines could lead many people to shop elsewhere. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Pat O'Neill.
Transform your child's summer with Mathnesium. Children of all skill levels enjoy our math-focused summer programs like fractions, multiplication, algebra readiness, and more. These programs prevent summer learning loss and get kids ready for the year ahead. Mathnesium is the authority in math education, trusted by more than 500,000 parents. We have over 900 centers worldwide. Call 855-SUMMER5 to contact yours. That's 855-SUMMER5. At Mathnesium, we're changing lives through math.
This report is brought to you by Office Depot Office Max.
An earlier accident on the ramp from eastbound 270 onto eastbound I-70 has been cleared, but still working a crash on westbound 6th Avenue at Perry, slowing things down through there. Off freeway, there's a crash on southbound Airport just after 6th Avenue, and also one on eastbound Leetsdale approaching Quebec. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies, will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Look for a high tomorrow in the mid-80s. Mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 89 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
If your back-to-school shopping list is testing your budget, the answer is shopping at Office Depot Office Max. From pencils to laptops and everything in between, you'll find low prices all summer long online, on their app, or in-store at the place that's serious about supplies.
Take it like it is and make it like you want it. You've heard that before, right? Well, that applies to your home too. But maybe you don't know exactly how to get it done or what the options might be. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. How about starting with a call to us? For over 30 years, our family company has been designing and completing first-rate kitchens and baths that, frankly, your neighbors would be jealous of. Where to start, Todd?
Dad, they just need to call us. We can help. And now's the time. At Dunright, we offer only the finest cabinet resurfacing, custom cabinets, tub and shower upgrades, and full kitchen and bath redesigns. Simply call us for a free in-home estimate, and you'll see how your unique kitchen and bath fantasies will become your reality.
Come on, folks, get her done. Once and for all. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Dunright. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair is taking the mystery and fear out of the repair process. Now, they'll find and fix any problem on your car for a guaranteed $89 plus parts. That's all you pay, or the visit's free. And if the problem is major and they can't possibly fix it for $89, they won't charge you a dime, but you'll get a comprehensive written diagnostic. That's fine, fix, or free. $89 at Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. 303-781-9858, 781-9858.
Hey, it's Brian with Advanced Mudjacking. Homes and businesses in the Denver area all experience sinking concrete. Sidewalks, patios, porches, and interior floors do sink. We have the solution. At Advanced Mudjacking, we've been lifting and stabilizing concrete for over 25 years. We use traditional mudjacking techniques with sand and cement. No chemicals, nothing toxic. Our proven method works and it lasts, guaranteed. Call for a free quote, 303-424-9441. That's 303-424-9441. Or email me, advancedmudjacking@yahoo.com.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, I can recommend no one better than Frank Duran, the real estate man, part of RE/MAX Alliance. He's proven time and time again he can often sell homes quicker and for more money than the asking price. Call Frank Duran for a free market evaluation and see what he can do for you. Buying or selling, go with Frank Duran, the real estate man. 303-920-1622 or frankduranhomes.com.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
My Maria, don't you know I've come a long, long way? I've been longing to see her. When she's around, she takes my blues away. Sweet Maria, the sunlight surely hurts my eyes. I'm a lonely dreamer on a highway in the sky. Maria,
I'm having not a debate, a conversation with Martin over on the YouTubes. Because Martin wrote, the Antifa punks have no rights in a democracy. Martin, we're not a democracy, we're a republic. And I know that probably grates on some people's nerves, but there's a huge distinction between a democracy and a republic. Democracies never survive. A democracy is anarchy, it's chaos. But Martin says, the Antifa punks have no rights in a democracy. I would roll over them with a Leopard tank. Problem solved. To which I responded, but Antifa punks have rights. But when they commit crimes, they should be held accountable. It doesn't mean that I support them, but they have a right to exist, and they've got a right to make asses of themselves. Martin says he disagrees. Antifa anarchist punks have no rights. I've seen this chaos behavior already in the 80s in Berlin. Throwing bricks at police and paramedics, torching cars and smashing windows. Well, I see that in the United States in 2018, in 2017, in 2016. But here's the problem, and I get that what Martin has seen in Berlin in the 80s has formed his opinion. But I've seen similar here. And I still believe that they have rights. They are American citizens, and they're entitled to due process. Now, on the way to getting due process, if a cop has to take a baton to smack them over the head to get them into the truck to take them to the county jail, you can't, well, unless you're watching me on YouTube, I'm shrugging my shoulders. Okay. Because if you're throwing rocks, throwing Molotov cocktails, destroying private property, you're a criminal. You have the right to due process. I want to see their asses arrested, and I want to see them held accountable. I'd like to see some of these punks spend about a year in a prison somewhere, end up being somebody's little witch is what that'd be. But don't tell me they don't have rights. Because on the other end of the political spectrum, the white supremacists, if they torch cars, if they burn down private property, if they do whatever that the stupid little Antifa punks do, they're entitled to due process too. They're entitled to exist. Bigots are entitled to exist on both ends of the political spectrum. And what we should be very, very afraid of is this belief that the extremes have no rights. Who decides what's extreme? Who decides that Fourth Amendment protections and rights to due process under the Fifth Amendment, under the entire Constitution, that we're going to grant those to some people and not to others? Now, let's be perfectly clear about something, because I can draw a legal distinction that I have zero problem with, morally, ethically, or legally. Let's take, for example, a non-U.S. citizen that commits an act of war on American soil. I do not believe that they have constitutional rights because they have committed an act of war. So if you are a member of Hamas, Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, any other terrorist organization, and you commit an act of terror, well, we're going to transfer your ass to Gitmo, and we'll just let you languish there. You have no constitutional rights. You've committed an act of war. Timothy McVeigh committed what some believe is defined as an act of terrorism. What's the difference? Timothy McVeigh was a United States citizen. He committed a horrific crime. The trial was held here in Denver, Colorado, and a jury of his peers convicted him. He was sentenced to death, and the execution was carried out forthwith, as it should be under our due process laws. I do not want somebody, and I'd like to know who that somebody is. You think it's the president? You want, let's go back. You want Richard Nixon? You want Gerald Ford? You want Jimmy Carter? You want Ronald Reagan? You want Bill Clinton? You want George W.? You want Obama? You want Trump? Do you want any of these individuals deciding who has constitutional rights and who does not? I don't. Congress? You want those yahoos deciding? No. American citizens are entitled to constitutional protections. If you break the law, you break the law, and you should be held accountable. There are a lot of criminals going loose right now that are escaping accountability because of who they are or because of their numbers. And yes, I'm talking about certain FBI agents, probably certain White House officials, certain presidential candidates, and I'm also talking about people on both the left and the right. And once we start going down this path that we're going to decide that some citizens are more equal than other citizens, then we are living in Animal Farm. It takes, and this is where I think we're losing it as a nation, freedom and liberty are ugly. It's not easy. It's not clean. It's not nicely pressed. It's kind of haphazard and chaotic, and sometimes people get hurt. But I would rather live in that chaos of liberty and freedom than live in a statist society where one man or one woman decides no constitution for you. Oh, some constitution for you and all constitution for you.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by NoNeedles.com.
An accident on westbound 6th Avenue at Perry is in the late stages of cleanup, and we have a report of a crash on eastbound C470 approaching Santa Fe. That stretch slow back to Wadsworth. South of Castle Rock, southbound I-25 is closed because of a truck and trailer fire. That's also causing some curiosity slowing in the northbound lanes approaching Castle Rock. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms and a high in the mid-80s, and mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 88 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Hi, it's Susie Wargen, and I've got to tell you about a revolutionary new product that is changing how people feel about going to the dentist. And guess what? It involves needle-free dentistry. Visit NoNeedles.com for more information. That's NoNeedles.com.
Hi, it's Dave Logan. You know, I met with the folks over at Online Trading Academy, and if you're looking to change your career path, I would suggest you go check these guys out. Stop chasing a paycheck and start chasing your dreams. They'll teach you a highly precise, patented method of trading the market from anywhere you want to be. Sign up for the Online Trading Academy's full half-day class this week. Classes are limited and fill up fast. Online Trading Academy, the only financial educator I personally endorse. Reserve your free class by calling 303-547-3588 or tradingacademy.com.
Does your business internet provider promise a lot? Let's hear who really delivers. Comcast Business gives you gig speed in more places. Other providers don't. We offer more complete reliability with up to 6 hours of 4G wireless network backup. The others, no way. We let calls from any of your devices appear to come from your business number. Them, not so much. And Comcast Business Smart Office lets you keep an eye on your business from anywhere. Others, nope. Call 1-800-501-6000 to get 75 megabit internet from the provider who delivers for $49.95 per month when you get 2 voice mobility lines.
Offer ends 9/21/18. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. 2-year term required. Early termination fee applies. Requires subscription to 2 Comcast Business voice mobility lines and additional regular monthly rates. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Connection per restrictions apply. Minimum term agreement required. FLEF 0000279. TNACL 2006. AZROC 307346. CACSLD 1028256. ORCCB 199939. Call for details.
Hey, Marco with Action Computers, and I would just like to thank the thousands and thousands of KHOW listeners that have made Action Computers the largest computer service and sales company in the Rocky Mountain region.
Action's done sales and installs for everything from a 300-computer call center to KHOW listeners' home offices. If you're a listener and not a customer at Action, you're paying more for your laptop, desktop, monitors, printers, everything.
He's got a point. Computers are really inexpensive nowadays, and if your child is doing their homework on their cell phone, you don't have to do that. Cheap computers and real solutions at Action Computers.
Back to school for our KHOW listeners' kids or grandkids, MacBooks, only $129. HD touchscreen tablets for your student, starting at just $64.
And don't forget, Action has incredible and fast service on your computer. Wherever you got that computer, Action can fix it. They have 2 locations, North Metro, 80th and Wadsworth, and South Metro on South Colorado, south of U Hills between the Chez Artistes Theaters and Sprouts. Check out Action online at actionpc.com.
Rarely do you get a chance to buy something this good at reduced prices. And And I'm talking about Everlast Siding for 30% off your entire purchase, only from K&H Home Solutions. There's a catch. You must book your in-home appointment this month. Book yourself online now at khwindows.com. Everlast Siding is simply the best siding product on the market with a lifetime of durability. Waterproof polymers and minerals sealed with color impregnated through and through. Never paint, never patch, never worry. Everlast with 30% off your entire purchase, only at khwindows.com. Add value and beauty to your home. khwindows.com. In business 62 years, you can depend on K&H Home Solutions. Complete your home makeover with K&H Windows, offering a free upgrade to triple pane glass. For details, 303-421-7100, or book your own appointment online now at khwindows.com.
Take your home like it is and let us help you make it like you want it. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. We've been doing just that for over 30 years now. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
No one, and I mean no one, will clean, check, and adjust your air conditioner for a better price at this level of service. Just $79 to clean and refurbish your AC. Fix it 24/7. They'll get into your system and practically disassemble it to get to the dirt, debris, and corrosion, which is the #1 killer on all ACs, not to mention the boost in efficiency you'll enjoy. 303-526-3939 with a no-breakdown guarantee. 303-526-3939. This great spring special can save you thousands of dollars in the future. Get a licensed plumber or HVAC tech in your home for just $39. A safe, complete, and predictable way to find out what's wrong. Just $39 by Fix It 24/7. If you have them do any of the needed repairs, that diagnostic fee is waived. The best value in heating and air. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years.
He was in big trouble.
We're going to take your house, garnish your pay.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm, and rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau.
I don't owe the IRS anymore. It was because of Optima Tax.
Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-960-1575. 800-960-1575.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
As part of employee training to stop sexual harassment, Netflix has an idea how long is too long to look at somebody. What's your guess how long that is? Let's talk Tuesday morning at 7:05 here on 630 KHOW.
Smoke in my hair, my clothes thrown everywhere. Woke up in my rocking chair, holding a beer in my hand, sporting a neon tan.
My contention that Antifa, just like the alt-right and white supremacists, have constitutional rights is a far cry from agreeing with what either one of those extremes believe in. And it certainly is not a justification for committing criminal acts. And I think, no, I believe that too many Americans, not saying you, but I think too many Americans see the extremes on both sides, particularly when they are committing acts of vandalism, acts of violence, and nothing is done. They're not arrested, or if they're arrested, they're held in jail overnight, then they're released the next day, and no charges are filed because prosecutors just don't want to mess with it, and they're looking at an overloaded system. I mean, hell's bells. I started this program out with the weekend shooting update from Chicago. No arrests have been made, and I doubt any arrests will be made. Very few, if any, anyway. Don't conflate someone's rights with approval of what they do. Unfortunately, on the left, and by the left, I'm talking not just about politically, I'm talking about politicians, ordinary citizens, and the media somehow want to justify what Antifa does because they are the left.
Before we go, the weekend was not without conflict or acts of violence. There were some journalists who were attacked by street protesters. Those protesters were also...
By the way, NBC News over the weekend, I think an ABC camera crew was also attacked. But in particular, NBC News had a camera crew, a reporter and a cameraman, who were attacked. They either tried to shove the camera away or they tried to shove the camera out of the cameraman's hands. NBC didn't report on that. Oh, they reported on the white supremacists, but they didn't report on the Antifa attacking them because, you see, that doesn't fit their narrative. Back to MSNBC.
Before we go, the weekend was not without conflict or acts of violence. There were some journalists who were attacked by street protesters. Those protesters were also going after the police. They didn't want to be on camera. They're believed to be part of Antifa. What's your take on this?
You know, I didn't see it. I know one thing when
I didn't see it, so I can't say anything. Well, she just described it to you. Are you think she's lying to you?
I was in Charlottesville.
Okay, well, there it is. We're seeing it.
Yeah. That was great. That was great. Well, there it is. I mean, it's all over the Twitterverse. It's all over Facebook. It's all over the interwebs. In fact, we got a clip right here. So let me show it to you, darling. Now, what do you say?
There were a lot of different activists who were like, why are you in riot gear? We don't see no riot here. There is a belief, I'm not saying it's always correct, but there is a belief by many activists, including Antifa, that the police tacitly support this kind of violence.
Oh, so you're a member of XYZ Police Department. You know that on both extremes, there is the likelihood that either independently or when they get too close to each other, there will be sticks and Molotov cocktails and rocks and all sorts of things thrown and hurled at you. So the police chief makes the decision that, yeah, guys, put on your riot gear. Put on the helmets. Put on the body armor. Get your batons. Get your gas. And we're going to stand up. And I guess Antifa just loses control. They see someone in riot gear and they just go bat crap crazy.
Where does that belief come? I mean,
well,
come on. Do you think the police there were there to protect white nationalists? Do you believe that?
When you look at how the police respond to white nationalists as opposed to Black Lives Matter protesters, yes, you do. When you consider the number of police departments where people have been caught with white nationalist tattoos and the emails and everything else like that, that's there. Look, I never liked the idea of journalists getting attacked, but no one has a reason to believe, even when you look at how the police responded last year, when you look at the fact that they shut down the metro in D.C. to let these guys go in, people have reasons to doubt the police's dedication to eradicating racism.
Oh, Orwell, you should be. You're congratulations, bucko. We're living in Animal Farm. Every human has choice. And I don't care how anti-authoritarian you are. You know, I got authority issues. I freely admit I got authority issues. And I don't like, for example, no-knock raids. And I don't like to see cops in riot gear. But it doesn't cause me to decide, oh, look, there's a cop in riot gear. Hey, sweetheart, hand me a bottle. Yeah, fill it with some gas. Got a rag? Yeah. Got a lighter? Yeah. I can't help myself. Look at those guys. I've got to throw a Molotov cocktail. I just gotta. I gotta. Dumbasses.
The Michael Brown Show continues after this.
Need a new roof? Get the best. ExcelRoofing.com.
Michael Brown here for Mike Ward Infinity, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, and McLaren. You know I've known Mike and his family for decades. So you know when I leased a new car? Yep, it was Mike Ward Infinity, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, and McLaren. Go see Mike at C470 in Lucent, and remember, just drive it.
Where can you attend a 2-day event for just $10 and the parking is free? Only the Tanner Gun Show. A $10 ticket gets you in both days this weekend at the Denver Mart. Buy, sell, or trade at over 700 tables with the most new and used guns displayed. There's free gun and accessory giveaways both days with no purchase necessary. Tanner supports responsible gun ownership, and background checks are run on all gun purchases. Don't miss the Tanner Gun Show this weekend at the Denver Mart, 58th and I-25. Visit TannerGunShow.com.
This report is brought to you by the Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area.
Mostly clear tonight, a low of 61. Mostly sunny with a slight chance for storms tomorrow, a high of 85. Mostly sunny, a slight chance for storms on Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the upper 80s.
The Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area, protecting people, property, and our environment. Sign up for early flood alerts at udfcd.org. That's udfcd.org for early flood alerts.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
Getting a first-hand look at the fires. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. 2 members of President Trump's cabinet in Northern California, just one of the sites raging wildfires in the West.
Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke said after touring the car fire near Redding that California wildfires burned so hot in some places they sterilized the soil. He and Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue said prevention, acting ahead of time to manage forests, do thinning and prescribed burns, remove dead trees, needs to become a bigger priority.
Look, whether you're a proponent or an opponent, a believer, a non-believer of climate change, it doesn't relieve you of the responsibility to manage our public lands.
They say a change in spending on fires has been authorized to begin next fall, and that will allow them to spend money more appropriately to manage public lands before fires start.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. House Oversight Committee Chair Trey Gowdy reacting now that FBI agent Peter Strzok, who was working on the Russia investigation, has been fired over sending anti-Trump texts.
Deputy Director Bowditch is not a political appointee. He is a 23-year-long bureau agent who served with great distinction, including running the Los Angeles field office. That's who made the decision to terminate Peter Strzok. It was not a political appointee. It was a career G-man.
On Fox's The Story with Martha McCallum, Strzok's attorney calling the firing punishment for political speech. Prosecutors in the Paul Manafort fraud trial have rested their case, ending 2 weeks of testimony that depicted him as using millions of dollars hidden in offshore accounts to fund a luxurious lifestyle. Manafort's lawyers haven't yet said whether they will call any witnesses. They're set to begin his defense tomorrow. SeaTac Airport in Seattle reviewing security measures after the Friday theft of a 76-seat plane by an airport employee. The 29-year-old was killed when he crashed on a remote island outside Seattle. Fox News, fair and balanced.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event. And now, while selection is best, it's the best time to buy. With amazing offers across a full lineup of Ford vehicles, now is the time to make summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Stop by a local Ford store or shop online at buyfordnow.com, because there is no better time than right now to get behind the wheel of a new Ford during the Ford Summer Sales Event. The Ford Summer Sales Event is here. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport. Best-selling claim based on 2017 calendar year sales. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 60 months at $1,667 per month for $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 8/31/18. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for qualifications and details.
KHOW News Time, 6:03.
Energy Secretary Rick Perry is visiting the National Renewable Energy Laboratory in Golden tomorrow, along with Senator Cory Gardner. They'll get a first-hand look at the lab projects ranging from high-performance computing to solar materials research. And a Colorado brewery is drinking up a bit of juicy beer news. Comrade Brewing Company surviving a legal challenge from the makers of Palm Wonderful pomegranate juice that claimed Superpower IPA infringed on the juice slogan, antioxidant superpower.
I don't understand, why a company that has, $5 billion in revenue would just, kind of block this. And there's a lot of, aggression to protect marks these days.
That's Comrade owner David Lynn. DIA says 5.9 million passengers passed through the airport in June. That's up 4.5% from June a year ago, and a new record for the month. International travel leading the surge. The number of international travelers passing through was up 21% from June of last year. That's the latest. I'm Connor Shreve.
This report is brought to you by Hyundai Shopper Assurance.
South of Castle Rock, southbound I-25 is closed right now between Plum Creek Parkway and Toma Road because of a truck and trailer fire. That's also causing some curiosity slowing in the northbound lanes approaching Castle Rock. An accident on westbound 6th Avenue approaching Perry is in the late stages of cleanup. And off freeway, there's a crash on eastbound 120th at Sheridan and also one at 38th in Colorado. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies, will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Look for a high tomorrow in the mid-80s and mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 88 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Once you buy a car, you're stuck with the decision, right? Not at Hyundai. Our new Shopper Assurance program offers 3-day worry-free exchanges on all new car purchases. Just another way that Hyundai's making car buying simple. Find out more at HyundaiUSA.com/Shopper Assurance.
Hey, Mikey. It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown.
Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
There are all sorts of reasons why Americans are sick of politicians, sick of the news media. And I've always said that one of those reasons is that there truly is Potomac fever. And once you get elected to, and I think this is true of almost any office, I tweeted out last week or week before that don't tell me that, something to the effect of, don't tell me that you run for office to serve, you run for office to exercise power. And you can either exercise that power by keeping government away from individuals and letting individuals be free and live in liberty, or you can exercise that power to use government to take away people's liberty and freedom. And a friend of mine that's been elected to a city council said, well, I don't necessarily, I think that's a cynical view. I ran because I really do want to improve the roads and improve the small community that I got elected city council in. Okay, great. My axiom still remains true. Because you're going to, because the other examples were, he wants to improve the roads and he wants to improve the quality of life and all of those sorts of things. Well, how are you going to improve the quality of life of people living in your community? By exercising power over things like zoning. And you may think that zoning's a great thing, but you look at places like Houston where there is no zoning, and it's really the marketplace kind of takes care of itself. And so you're going to use that to increase property taxes or increase sales taxes or whatever you're going to do. You're going to actually take away people's freedom, because every time you raise taxes or simply allow taxes to continue, and I don't care if it's for roads, parks, or libraries, or even if you want to do it for a library or a library, either one doesn't make any difference to me. Every time you take away $1, that limits my freedom. It limits my freedom of choice. And when you use phrases like quality of life, that really scares the crap out of me, because you know what? My quality of life is determined by me. And I don't really want somebody else deciding that, I can improve your quality of life because, well, we're going to take some private property over here and build a park. What are the odds I'll never use that park? So you see, there are trade-offs. But it really gets down to when you are an elected official, you've got, every time you vote for a local ordinance, a state statute, or a federal law, you should ask yourself, does this expand and grow government? Or does this limit government and increase freedom? Every single piece of legislation. I don't care if you're building a highway, you're paving a street, you're building a playground. You should ask that question, and you should answer it truthfully. We get frustrated with government officials because once they get elected, this idea of serving quickly goes away. And suddenly it's about, I'm the local city councilman, or I'm the mayor, or I'm your state representative, I'm your state senator, I'm your congressman, I'm your U.S. senator. Well, la-di-da. All that means is, and I congratulate you for being willing to run for office, because that's, one, not an easy thing to do, and two, it subjects you to a lot of scrutiny. So congratulations, job well done. It also just means you got one more vote than the other guy, at a minimum. You may have gotten a whole bunch more, but all you needed was just one vote more than the other guy. And then once you get into power, it's so easy because you're busy. You got lots of things to do. You got to take care of the people's business. And so how can you take care of the people's business and go get your driver's license renewed? Or get new plates for your car? What do you mean I got to get new tags? I'm here doing the people's business. Well, in California, they've fixed that problem.
In California, long lines are a fact of life at DMV offices across the state. But for California lawmakers, there's an alternative. KCRA3 has learned of a DMV office that is not open to the public.
A Department of Motor Vehicles office that is not open to the public. There should not be any such animal anywhere for any reason.
So we went to the Legislative Office Building, kitty corner to the Capitol, and found the unmarked office with a locked door. We knocked, and an employee told us it is a DMV office, and it handles customer complaints that escalate to the legislative branch.
Why is the door locked? Why is the door locked?
But having a private office for legislators is a source of frustration for Republican Assemblyman Jim Patterson of Fresno, whose
I like this guy.
His request for an official DMV audit yesterday was denied when 3 Democrats, Senators Ricardo Lara, Ben Allen, and Jim Bell, abstained from voting.
I've been here 6 years, and I'm not surprised that legislators have given themselves special privileges and perks that typical Californians just don't get.
How do you think constituents would feel about knowing there's a special office just for lawmakers?
Well, I think it's open to the public, if I recall. I'm not sure. I haven't used it.
But I think it's open to the public. Now, I don't know because I've never used it. What a load of crap. I mean, that is an 18-wheeler full of crap right there. Well, I think it's open to the public, but I've never used it. If you never used it, how do you know it's open to the public? Why is it locked? Does the public have a key?
With a locked door, a DMV employee explained this special office is not open to the public, and while there will be no audit, DMV is getting an additional $16 million to hire 230 more workers at field offices across the state. In California, long lines are a...
Well, then that makes it okay. I mean, if you're getting all these millions of dollars to hire more employees, well, then it's okay to have a private office. I love how they always try to justify everything.
Governor Brown's office says, we're throwing everything at this that we can, and we're grateful for the legislature's quick action to approve and fund more DMV staff. We share their strong commitment to getting this fixed.
Well, the DMV told us today the special office near the Capitol has 2 staffers that handle 10,000 requests dealing with constituent questions or concerns.
And I'm State Senator Michael Brown. Can I get my license renewed while I'm here? Well, Senator, we would be more than happy to accommodate you. You know, we're here to take your constituent complaints, but as long as you're here, why, yeah, we got a computer right here. Stand right there. Oh, no, let us straighten your tie for you. Yeah, oh, you look really good. Yeah, you want your glasses on or off? Okay, here, let me dust your hair. Now, makeup? You okay? Okay, you got a zit right there, but, you know, if you're okay with that zit right there, oh, no, don't worry about it. We can Photoshop it out for you. Yeah, smile. Click. All right, whiz, 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 whiz. Here's your license, sir. Thank you for coming to the private legislative DMV office. Next. Golly. Yep. Elected officials. Oh, gotta love them, don't you? I don't care if they're Republicans or Democrats. Although in this case, I gotta hand it to the old boy, the Republican that at least tried to get an audit. And who needs a damn audit, right? I mean, it's taxpayer money. As long as you're spending OPM, other people's money, who cares? Yes. All you got to do is just raise taxes and get some more. Yeah, now I got to get a hearing aid, too.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by Hyundai Shopper Assurance.
South of Castle Rock, the right lane remains closed on southbound I-25 after Plum Creek Parkway because of a truck and trailer fire. Off freeway, a crash at 38th in Colorado is in the late stages of cleanup. And there's also an accident on Mississippi just east of Federal at Clay, as well as a crash on the ramp from westbound I-70 onto Northfield, Quebec. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms, and a high tomorrow in the mid-80s. Mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 88 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Once you buy a car, you're stuck with the decision, right? Not at Hyundai. Our new Shopper Assurance program offers 3-day worry-free exchanges on all new car purchases. Just another way that Hyundai's making car buying simple. Find out more at HyundaiUSA.com/Shopper Assurance.
You know, hail and severe storm season is here, and that's why I'm thrilled to be working again with Spike McCarthy and Golden Spike Roofing. Golden Spike's a local company, and they're dedicated to providing a better quality roof for the money than anybody else in town. Spike, the owner, great guy. He is so committed to quality and making sure that your new roof is done right. He's not happy until you're happy. And we know, living in Colorado, that hail's not the only thing that can damage your roof. The recent high winds we had can also cause problems. So if you think you have damage or you don't know, I want you to call Golden Spike because you can get a thorough and free inspection of your roof. Maybe you have an insurance claim. Well, call Golden Spike first. They will assist you all the way through the process from claim to completion. So don't take a chance on an out-of-state fly-by-night roofer. For roofing done right to the last nail, call Golden Spike Roofing. 303-942-1386. 303-942-1386.
Are you having a barbecue or going to one? If you're gluten-free or have gluten-free friends, don't limit yourself to just eating the burger or the dog without the bun. Let gluten-free things put the fun back in the bun without the worry of gluten. Freshly baked breads, buns, and more at Gluten-Free Things Bakery in Arvada and online at glutenfreethings.com.
It's said that death and taxes are the only two certainties in life. A third you hope is a financially secure retirement. That requires a plan based on your purposes. What do you want to do? Where do you want to live? Travel. How much income will you need? When to take Social Security? And an estate plan for your loved ones. This is Mike Rosen for Ridgegate Financial, a registered investment advisory firm led by its founder, Wally Smith. Wally's team at Ridgegate invites you to sit down with them in crafting a plan to get you to and through a contented retirement. They'll review your pension and retirement income, advise you on Social Security options, stress test your portfolio, and recommend ways to improve your probability of success. For your free personal retirement review, call 303-PLANNER. That's 303-752-6637 or online at ridgegatefinancial.com.
Ridgegate Financial is a registered investment advisor firm, and Wally Smith is an investment advisor representative of the firm offering financial planning, insurance, and investment services.
It either is or it isn't.
When it comes down to it, that's all that really matters when choosing a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz. It's either certified by Mercedes-Benz factory-trained technicians, or it isn't. It's either backed by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 5 years, or it isn't. It's absolute confidence in 30,000 precision parts, or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales Event, now through August 31st, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. Come in today and take advantage of first month's payment credit and special financing offers available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. There are those who settle for nothing less. For them, the choice is simple. It's either up to Mercedes-Benz standards, or it isn't. It's flawlessly maintained, or it isn't. It's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned, or it isn't.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on first month's payment credit and certified pre-owned warranties.
Coloradans 62 and older, are you not feeling as financially secure as you'd like to? Is cash flow tight? Are you retiring or experiencing a life change? And do you own your own home? Then consider a reverse mortgage from American Financing. Reverse mortgages are loans that pay you monthly by using the equity in your home. They also protect your spouse from possibly losing your home if you pass away, and FHA ensures that you never owe more than your house is worth. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and here are the facts. You benefit immediately from no monthly mortgage payments, and you have access to tax-free money, all while owning your home. That's right, you still own your home, but now have access to your equity when you need it most. With a reverse mortgage from American Financing, you can feel confident about living your golden years with financial comfort and security. Their mortgage consultants are salary-based, so conversations are simple, straightforward, and honest. Call American Financing today at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000. Or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
You know, if you're tired of all the anti-Trump spin from CNN and MSNBC, and you want to see something more than just Fox News, then you got to check out Newsmax TV. In fact, every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 Eastern, you can see Bill O'Reilly give his take on the big events making news. And Bill's weekly show, the No Spin News Show, airs on Newsmax TV every Saturday and every Sunday. Newsmax TV is America's fastest growing cable channel. It's real news for real people. I watch it all the time. I want you to tune in anytime, and you can see Bill O'Reilly, Professor Dershowitz, Mike Reagan, Pat Buchanan, Bernie Carrick, and so many others. Newsmax TV is on DirecTV channel 349, dish 216, UVerse 1220, and Fios 615. That's DirecTV channel 349, dish 216, UVerse 1220, and Fios 615. Now look, if you don't get Newsmax TV, I want you to call your cable company and tell them that you want Newsmax TV. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
I often joke, although I think I'm serious most of the time, that there will be stories that get buried in my POS, in my pile of over here. And I don't get to them. And then Friday rolls around, and Friday I'm trying to be a little more lighthearted and have some fun, and then over the weekend, boom, something comes up that makes me revisit the story. And it's even better having sat there and kind of fermented a little bit, sit there and kind of boiled over, than if I had done it last week when I'd planned to do it. Such is the case with Fox News' Laura Ingraham. In one of her, I think she calls it the Ingraham Angle, last week she made a statement that sent John Oliver over at HBO. What's his show called, Angie? John Oliver?
Last Week.
Last Week with John Oliver? Is that what it is? Okay. He went ballistic over it. Here's what she said originally, and here's the original soundbite that I was going to play last week.
Because in some parts of the country, it does seem like the America that we know and love doesn't exist anymore. Massive demographic changes have been foisted upon the American people. And they're changes that none of us ever voted for, and most of us don't like. From Virginia to California, we see stark examples of how radically, in some ways, the country has changed. Now, much of this is related to both illegal and, in some cases, legal immigration that, of course, progressives love. Remember the old Democrats, maybe some of them that Ocasio-Cortez is referring to, they used to think that borders mattered. But the new activists believe enforcing immigration laws is essentially an ongoing human rights violation. Of course, they want to abolish ICE and so forth.
Now, before I even say a word about that, let's go straight to John Oliver.
Welcome to Last Week Tonight. I'm John Oliver. Thank you so much for joining us. Just time for a quick recap of the week, and we begin with racists. They're the reason that 911 now has to answer calls with, is this a real emergency or is there just a black person nearby? Now, as we tape this show right now tonight, the Unite the Right 2 rally is winding down. A massive dozens of white nationalists apparently gathered in DC, where they were met by hundreds of counter-protesters calling them all arseholes. And look, while that numerical discrepancy is heartening, let's not get too reassured here, because this week also brought a visceral reminder of the problems that we're facing.
1 year after Charlottesville, look at these numbers. 49%, half of Americans believe their president is a racist. Just every time I look at those numbers, it just stuns me.
Yeah, because it is stunning. Because it is both shocking that it's 49%, and it is equally shocking that it's only 49%. Because it's not like he's been hiding it. It has been his brand for decades now. It's like only 49% of people thinking that Kermit is a frog. It's in his name. Whether you like or hate that about him, you have to admit he's a frog. Now, today's demonstration is just the culmination of a week in which America's regular dog whistle racism became uncomfortably loud. And perhaps there is no better example of this than Fox News host Laura Ingraham, who caused a real stir with this.
In some parts of the country, it does seem like the America that we know and love doesn't exist anymore. Massive demographic changes have been foisted upon the American people. And they're changes that none of us ever voted for, and most of us don't like. Much of this is related to both illegal and, in some cases, legal immigration that, of course, progressives love.
Wow. She just came right out and said it in a scripted commentary, straight down the camera, knowing her mic was on. No economic anxiety, no, some of them are good people, just, I don't want people who don't look like this here. You almost want to give her credit for honesty there, and then deduct twice as much credit because she's just being honest about how racist she is. And while Ingraham later tried to say that her remarks had nothing to do with race, it is worth noting that no less an authority than David Duke, former Grand Wizard of the Klan, called it one of the most important truthful monologues in the history of the mainstream media. And when the former head of the Klan likes what you're doing, that should give you real pause. Let me put it this way. If immediately after this taping, Dr. Larry Nassar caught me in the hallway and said, "Hey man, love the show," I'd think long and hard about what the I just said.
All right. What is missing in his analysis? Two things. Just because I say something, or Laura Ingraham says something, and some bigot somewhere happens to agree with what I say, doesn't mean that what I said was bigoted. You can't control what other people choose to say about what you do or say. They're exercising their own free will. So trying to say that because David Duke, a former Grand Wizard or whatever he was of the KKK, happens to agree with what you say and extrapolates from it that, yes, it was all about white supremacy, doesn't mean that it was about white supremacy. And second, John Oliver is deceitful in his analysis. Let's break it down. First,
massive demographic changes have been foisted upon the American people. And they're changes that none of us ever voted for, and most of us don't like.
What do you think she's referring to? Massive demographic changes. Well, there's a lot of demographic changes that are going on. We have a swelling elderly population. Is she talking about that? I don't think so. Okay, so we have what the liberals would like to tell you is this massive wealth disparity. No middle class anymore, just super rich and super poor. You think she's talking about that demographic? No, I don't think so either. I think she points out precisely what she's talking about.
Remember the old Democrats, maybe some of them that Ocasio-Cortez referring to, they used to think that borders mattered.
She's talking about borders. She's talking about both legal, as she said, and illegal immigration. That is changing the demographics of America, the demographic of America. And it's something that we should not accept. And it has nothing to do with whether they're Mexican, Ecuadorian, Peruvian, whether they're from Singapore, Asia, Yemen. It also has to do with legal immigration, bringing in legal refugees from the Middle East, bringing Syrians and others in. We didn't ask for that. We didn't ask for those demographic changes. She's talking about the fact that we don't have border security. And that is unwittingly, although I think deliberately by the left, changing the demographics of America. And it's changing the demographics of America because what? They don't have the shared values that we do about what America means.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This report is brought to you by the Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area.
South of Castle Rock, all the lanes on southbound I-25 are now reopened after an earlier truck and trailer fire. Traffic's still slow through there, though. Off freeway, there's an accident on Mississippi just east of Federal at Clay. Also a crash on the ramp from westbound I-70 onto Northfield, Quebec, as well as an accident on University just north of Alameda at Cherry Creek Drive. Your forecast for the rest of the day, clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms and a high in the mid-80s. Mostly sunny and 90 on Wednesday. It's 87 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
The Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area, protecting people, property, and our environment. Sign up for early flood alerts at udfcd.org. That's udfcd.org for early flood alerts.
Hey gang, Michael Brown here for Mike Ward Infiniti. Now if you're looking for an Infiniti or maybe a Maserati, a Fiat, Alfa Romeo, or heck even a McLaren, I want you to go see my old high school buddy Mike Ward. You can find him over at C470 in Lucent, and when you go over there, tell him I sent you. And as Mike says, just drive it.
Ants think winter all summer. That says the time to replace those old, tired, leaky, worn, and ugly windows is now, before winter. Your home will be way more comfortable and quieter, and you'll save some serious buck. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Windows and Doors. And how about that front door? Okay, I'm in the driveway, I'm out of the car. I move up the walk and see my grand front entrance. Crisp, clean, elegant, perfect to showcase my home. Does the beauty of home begin at your front door? If not, our unique door program is all about delivering an inspired entrance using the latest door system technology and a very unique factory finish process. When we're done, you're done. Nothing left for you to do but enjoy. So folks, think like an ant. Call now and be rewarded by saving 20% up to $1,200 on any window or door project. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors. And of course, replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
How comforting it is to have my experts at Plumline Services to give you free second opinions on all major repairs. I was tired of people being told they need new drain lines, furnaces, water heaters, electrical panels, and more. In some cases, you're flat out lied to. Let's stop it and give you the advantage. If you need the work, Plumline will confirm it. If they can help you, they'll make an offer with no obligation to you. Protect yourself. Free second opinions. Plumline Services. 303-562-0439. 303-562-0439.
Life Certain Wealth Strategies provides financial planning with a focus on forward-looking tax mitigation strategies for those in or near retirement in Colorado. Life Certain Wealth Strategies. Discover the fiduciary difference. Visit lifecertain.com today to begin your planning.
This is Dan Kaplis. The best thing about being a personal injury lawyer for the past 34 years is the people that I get to be around. So many people who have suffered a serious injury or have lost a loved one to a wrongful death respond to that with superhuman courage, faith, and determination that inspires everyone around them. They will not be broken. They demand justice, and they want to help make sure that the wrongdoer does not hurt or kill anyone else. It's a privilege to be chosen to fight for such courageous people, and because we take righteous cases on a percentage fee basis, we're able to help courageous people from all walks of life, from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, police officers, farmers, teachers, and professional athletes. If you need my help, please give me a call at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551, or hit dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
You know, admitting that you have a problem is the first step in solving any problem. For me, it was the constant ringing in my ears and the daily torment that came with it. I'm Tom Tancredo, and for years I was told that there was no cure to help with my tinnitus problem. Then I found Doctors Patty and Lisa at the Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. Since then, my life has been renewed, and I no longer suffer from the constant irritation of ringing in my ears. You know, I don't get paid to do these messages. I do them because I know and I trust the wonderful work that Doctors Patty and Lisa are doing. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing has been helping those who suffer with tinnitus for almost 10 years. Wouldn't you rather seek a proven treatment from doctors with that kind of experience? I know I would. If you or someone you know is suffering from ringing in the ears, call Doctors Patty and Lisa today at 303-534-0163 or find them online at helpforringing.com. That's helpforringing.com.
Every home is unique. That's why I, the Orkin man, rely on science. Mom! Orkin is here!
Hi, we have a rodent problem.
Rodents do like to find a comfortable home, and even if you get rid of them once, they're great at finding their way back in.
Mom! Soda!
Especially if there's a good source of food.
And a slice of pizza!
But using the latest research and exclusion techniques, I'll customize a treatment for your home that'll send them packing.
Don't forget the ranch this time!
Were you still talking about rodents?
Orkin. Pest control down to a science. Visit Orkin.com for a free estimate.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Here she come now, say morning, morning. Shoot 'em down, turn around, come on, morning.
I had to laugh when the news broke at SeaTac Airport that a guy had gotten on an Alaska regional jet and took off. And I laughed not because the poor guy was crazy and obviously had mental health issues. I laughed because the media, aviation experts, homeland security experts, every expert out the wazoo was like, Shazam! This points out a major flaw in airport security. Do you know the guy? I wasn't aware of this until today. I knew the plane was in a maintenance area. Do you know that he hooked the plane to a tug and pulled it out onto either I don't know whether it was an active runway or the taxiway, but he actually pulled the plane out of the maintenance area onto either a runway or a taxiway, and then proceeded to taxi in line with other planes waiting to take off. And the tower can be heard, you know, I forget what kind of plane it was, but, you know, let's just say it was an Embraer, you know, Embraer or whatever, please ID. You know, they asked him 2 or 3 times and nothing. And his turn came to take off, and he just took off. And of course, they scrambled a couple of F-15s, and then he performed some amazing maneuvers and then crashed in a remote island area south of Seattle. And everybody and their dog was like, boy, this exposes a major security flaw at airports. All of you who have listened to this program should not have been surprised by that. I have talked ad infinitum about the concept of clean skins. It doesn't mean you bathe regularly. It means you don't have any sort of criminal or psychological problem in your background such that you can pass a background check. And the background checks performed by the TSA are, let's just say they're a joke. I have said that we focus on the wrong things at airports. We could, I don't think the public would ever go for it, but I think we could eliminate everything except maybe the x-ray machines. And I don't have a problem with that. You want to x-ray my bag to look to see if I've got a gun in it? Oh, he might have a 3D gun in there. What good's a 3D gun? First of all, did you see we should have posted the YouTube of the guy that built the entire gun, 3D plastic. He was smart enough to tie a rope to the trigger and then hide behind a wall before he pulled the trigger because, of course, the 3D gun blew up. You have to have metal parts for a 3D gun to be effective. The metal's going to be detected. And then, what good is a 3D printed gun without ammunition, which is going to be detected? You could eliminate all of the body scanners. You can eliminate all the liquid problems. And all you got to do is just get a bunch of bomb-sniffing dogs and just walk around as people are going through the magnetometer. That would be much more effective than what we're doing today. But the other security flaw are the TSA workers themselves, the ramp workers, and the baggage handlers. Any of which could be working in concert with the others because go out to DIA. Go to your local airport sometime if you can find a place where you can unobtrusively watch. Because if they catch you watching, they'll think you're a terrorist. And they'll come up and they'll ask, what are you doing? And you'll say, well, Michael Brown told me to come up here and watch. And then you'll get arrested because you'll mention my name and they hate me. A TSA worker shows up for work. They get screened like all the rest of us goobers. But then once they go through, you ever seen the little person that goes out and gets the trays and brings the trays back and goes back and forth all the time? They're not screened. Oh, hey, Harry. Yeah, I should have worked at 9 this morning. It's 1. I'm going to take my lunch break. I'm going to go upstairs to Taco Bell and have lunch. Okay. So you go up to the Taco Bell and you meet your buddy, and your buddy wants you to take a gun into the sterile area. So he hands it to you up at the Taco Bell under the table, and you just put it in your pocket and you walk right back through, and the magnetometer goes, beep. Oh, hi, Harry. How you doing? Yeah, just come back from lunch. Yeah, that's my belt again. Yeah. The biggest damn hole in security that you could ever witness. Or the baggage handlers. Anybody that has access to the sterile area, in cahoots with the TSA, could bring down a plane anytime they wanted. And yet, if you listen to the news over the weekend, why? This exposes something that we never thought of. I saw a stupid story on the Daily Beast or somewhere today about, Jay Johnson. Jay Johnson says we got a big ass problem here. Really? Let me tell you something, Sherlock. We've known about this since before you even thought about being the Secretary of Homeland Security. Maxine Waters is back in the news. I can't resist. It's like crack for me.
I'm not going to be diverted in what...
Like at the airport, like Maxine Waters coming in for a landing. Divert. Close down the runway.
What I'm doing to bring attention to this lying con man.
That lying con man. You know, when you talk about a lying con man and you're talking about people inside the Beltway, there's a whole bunch of them. I don't know who she's talking about.
I am going to continue to resist him. I'm going to fight. I'm going to tell the truth about him. And I'm not going to allow him to somehow intimidate me.
Oh, honey. Nobody's trying to intimidate you. Least of all, him. No. We want you, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. We want poor old Nancy Pelosi and her Botox. We want Chuck Schumer. We want all of you out there. We want you talking all the time. We want you exercising your right of free speech till the cows come home. And in fact, the more you talk, the better off I am. Gives me something that puts me in a good mood. And, well, for anybody that's got an IQ above, 72, 68, whatever room temperature is, it exposes you for exactly what you are.
I don't care what he says about me. I know who I am. I know what I do. I am the ranking member of the Financial Services Committee of the United States House of Representatives.
Well, okay, sweetheart. Now that I know that, no more Maxine. I didn't realize you were so freaking important, sweetheart.
Text Michael a piece of your mind. Send your message along with his name, Mike, to 57739.
This report is brought to you by Hyundai Shopper Assurance.
There's an accident on northbound I-25 approaching Colorado. Traffic stop and go back to Hamden. In Conifer, there's an accident on westbound Highway 285 approaching Aspen Park, backing things up there. And south of Castle Rock, all the lanes on southbound I-25 have now been reopened after an earlier truck and trailer fire. But traffic's still slow for more than 2 miles through there. And back here in the metro area off freeway, there's a crash on University just north of Alameda at Cherry Creek Drive. Your forecast for the rest of the day: clear skies will cool off to the low 60s overnight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Tuesday with a high in the mid-80s. It's 86 right now in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Experience the future of car buying today with Hyundai Shopper Assurance. It's a new take on the car buying experience, designed to help make buying a new car as enjoyable as driving one. Find out more at HyundaiUSA.com/Shopper Assurance.
I told you I refused to endorse a solar company a couple of years ago, and the reason why is because when I looked at the financials and their business model, I just could not in good conscience recommend it to you, my listeners. Well, that's no longer the case with Zoetic Solar. With Zoetic Solar, they just replace your current electric bill as payment for your solar panels. So your monthly out-of-pocket remains the same, except that now you own those panels. You don't rent them. No down payments needed, and once the panels are paid off, you've got free energy for your house for life. This gives you more money in your pocket and increases your home's value. And when Zoetic puts solar panels on your roof, they're also going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat for free. That saves you even more money. And I also like Zoetic because they are Colorado owned and operated. They're right here in Denver. So if you're thinking about solar for your home or your business, I want you to call Zoetic Solar right now for a free quote. 888-637-4447. That's 888-637-4447.
You know what I like is when you can predict exactly what something will cost you. With Fix It 24/7, they want to make it easy. $45 for a bad receptacle or a bad switch, and you get brand new ones. And of course, they're available for all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, cooling, and drains. 303-526-3939 or fixmyhome.com.
When your house is in trouble, Fix It 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
fixmyhome.com.
It's said that death and taxes are the only two certainties in life. A third you hope is a financially secure retirement. That requires a plan based on your purposes. What do you want to do? Where do you want to live? Travel. How much income will you need? When to take Social Security? And an estate plan for your loved ones. This is Mike Rosen for Ridgegate Financial, a registered investment advisory firm led by its founder, Wally Smith. Wally's team at Ridgegate invites you to sit down with them in crafting a plan to get you to and through a contented retirement. They'll review your pension and retirement income, advise you on Social Security options, stress test your portfolio, and recommend ways to improve your probability of success. For your free personal retirement review, call 303-PLANNER, that's 303-752-6637, or online at ridgegatefinancial.com.
Ridgegate Financial is a registered investment advisor firm, and Wally Smith is an investment advisor representative of the firm offering financial planning, insurance, and investment services.
Do you suffer from dental phobia? Those painful twice-a-year outbreaks of swollen anxiety or inflamed fear? Then a Willow Creek Way independent dentist may be the remedy you're after. We offer exceptional dental care, your way, whatever that way is, with no pressure, no fear, and no judgment. We'll even play your favorite music while you're here. Plus, new patients receive a free Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush. For exceptional dental care, your way, visit willowcreekway.com.
This is Troy with Technoglass. We've been making auto glass easy for over 25 years. Every Technoglass replacement comes with free rock chip repairs for life and a 12-month no breakage guarantee. Visit Technoglass.com, call 720-405-8000.
Student loans, car loans, high-interest credit card loans, debt adds up for all of us, but there are ways around it. Hey guys, it's Ross Kaminsky for my friends at American Financing, and I'm here to remind you that refinancing your home loan is an easy way to save a lot of money. Think of it this way. A lower interest rate means lower monthly bill payments, and mortgage interest rates are far more competitive than a student loan or credit card rate. I'm talking rates in the low single digits versus rates in the high double digits. Why wouldn't you consolidate that high interest debt by refinancing your mortgage? You'll speak with a salary-based mortgage consultant who will customize a loan to fit your needs. They're already saving customers up to $1,000 a month, plus there are no upfront fees at American Financing. You could close on your new loan in as fast as 10 days and may be able to postpone up to 60 days of mortgage payments. Get in touch with American Financing at 303-695-7000 or online at americanfinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Napa know-how. Right now, Napa Legend batteries come with a $15 rebate by mail. Their long-lasting durability stands up to extreme conditions. So even on scorching days, it'll puff its chest out and be all like, hey, summer heat, find another car battery to drain. Napa Legend batteries with $15 mail-in rebate. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 8/31/18.
Lots of people need new windows, but they procrastinate and suffer with ugly or drafty windows because they're frankly a little afraid of having to deal with the window salesman. Hi, it's Ross, and you can banish those fears by working with the good people at DMD Window and Door. Unlike some other window guys, DMD will never try to pressure you to buy the same day or offer a bogus buy today discount. It's about what you need on your schedule. So learn more at dmdwindows.com. That's dmdwindows.com.
Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
As part of employee training to stop sexual harassment, Netflix has an idea how long is too long to look at somebody. What's your guess how long that is? Let's talk Tuesday morning at 7:05 here on 630 KHOW.
A man was shot and killed by the police in South Philadelphia on this last Thursday morning, in a hail of gunfire that also included numerous bullets through the front of a police cruiser, according to a Popo spokesman. The man, who police only identified as 48 years old, had been on a bike before the shooting. Two officers driving along the 1900 block of Woodstock Street allegedly noticed a gun in the waistband of the bicyclist. He's riding a bicycle in the area, and they see a bulge on his right side. Maybe he was just happy to see him, which is consistent with a firearm, according to the Popo spokesman. They go to approach the male to stop him and engage him, and at some point, while fleeing on foot, I should mention he discarded the bike. I like, yeah, they stopped to engage him, and he started to run off. At 20th and Mercy Streets, the male does stop, and thus begins the exchange of gunfire between the unidentified male and the police officers. We're not sure if that is the moment the male is struck, because the male does get up and continues to run to here, 20th and Snyder. Kim Brooks said officers inside that vehicle also fired at the man, and it appears he fired back at them. He fired at the popo in the vehicle, and they fired back out through the windshield. Wow, that's like in a movie. You got cops shooting through the windshield at a guy on a bike who gets off and runs. Social video of a man who appeared to be shot showed officers picking him off the sidewalk and taking him away in a police cruiser to a hospital. You see, that's what separates us from the different other countries. There are a lot of countries where the popo would do that, and they just leave him there to die. Next taxpayer relief shot comes to us from Landover, Maryland. There's a lot of crap going on in Maryland. Have you noticed that? They got cops problems. They got football coach problems. Maryland's just swirling down the drain. Oh, that's right. Maryland's controlled by Democrats. Landover, Maryland. A man who was shot and killed by a popo officer Thursday night in Prince George's County was armed with a handgun. Prince George's County Police Chief Harry Stawinski was at the scene and said the officer received a tip from a resident in the Landover area who expressed concern about a man seen in the neighborhood who they believed was known to deal drugs and carry a gun. I don't know why they think those two always go together. Don't you know a lot of drug dealers that they don't carry guns? No. They got guys with them to do that. Stawinski said that the officers from the department's Special Ops and Narcotics Division responded to the area at about 9:15 to investigate. Stawinski said when the man saw the uniformed police officers, he ran. He said the man ran about 25 yards before being tackled by the popo, who said they saw him reach for a handgun he had in his waist. He said one of the officers who shot the man at least 3 times during the struggle. Emergency service crews responded and transported the man to a nearby hospital where he later died. Next one comes to us from Farmington, New Mexico, station KRQE. A Farmington murder suspect has been shot and killed by the popo in Arizona. Pedro Lucero, 42, had been charged with killing 24-year-old Francine Delgado and injuring 28-year-old Rebecca Jaquez in a drive-by on August 1. U.S. Marshals say they tracked him to Mesa, Arizona. He fled to the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community, where he was later shot and killed by the officers. They haven't said what prompted them to fire. Maybe he pointed a gun at him. Next one comes to us from Beaver Falls, Idaho. A man was shot and killed after allegedly attacking a pizza delivery driver in Beaver County. The car the Domino's pizza delivery man was driving was surrounded in evidence markers early Friday morning. Amanda Blackwell heard commotion outside of her apartment on 2nd Avenue in Beaver Falls just after midnight. I heard the gunshot from my bedroom. I came downstairs and I watched him call 911. Went over and asked him if he was okay. He told me he didn't know and told me to go back in the house until the cops came. See, there's a guy. There's a pizza delivery guy that cares about his customers. Get back in the house. Elise Clark was in the apartment the pizza was delivered to. It was my boyfriend's roommate who ordered the pizza, and she just went up there and gave him money, and everything seemed fine. However, when the pizza delivery driver walked back to his car, the popo said a man tried to rob him and stabbed him. The Beaver County coroner has identified the man as 29-year-old Ryan Cornelius Leonard. As of now, we confirm the actual ordering of the pizza was not connected to the actual robbery. Well, that's good. Popo believed the pizza delivery driver managed to grab a gun he kept in his car, and he shot the man who was trying to who did stab him. You know, if I was a pizza delivery guy, Angie, if you were delivering pizzas, would you carry a gun?
Probably.
Same here. Particularly, coming up to your house. Ugh. People who live nearby say Leonard passed out on the steps and they watched him die. It was crazy. I just wish I had no nightmares over it. This street has never been like this. I've lived here for 5 years. This is the first time this craziness has happened. But you know why? pizza deliveries. Yeah. We got to stop pizza deliveries. If we didn't have pizza deliveries, there wouldn't be a target for thugs to try to stab people. So I'm coming out right now and demanding that we hereby stop pizza deliveries. Now, I know a lot of pizza delivery guys are going to be upset because, well, they're going to lose their income, but it's all, we got to do what we can to make America safe again. No more pizza delivery.
That's pretty much all I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building.